Third place. Oops, I missed first, second, and third. I guess I'm late. Boop. And I have the camera way wrong for me, don't I? I do. Okay, let's fix that. You guys don't want to see me anyway. You just want to see the top of my head because I'm painting. There, how about my chin? Gloomy, I need help. Okay. Okay. Okay, is it up? Okay. So, those of you on Valora, since you're real-time talk, is that in the right spot or do I need to go up or down? Up. How about now? Hi, good morning. Hello. How is everybody? I see you over there. Hi, Shiri. Hi, Batman. Hi, Cal over on purple. Hi, Cal. Hi, Gloomy. Hi, T over there on yellow. Everyone's here this morning. Why? You guys should be back in bed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want you guys here. I said hi to you both places, Cal. Oh no, TJ woke up sick. Then go back to bed, hon. You just had me worried because you're never not here. You're always on time. So, now we know what happened. Go get back to bed, hon. It's okay, TJ. I've got Gloomy for a voice in my head. You get better. Yeah, Sherry, I kind of wish I was in bed too, but I'm a morning person, so I got woke up by Lemons going back and forth forgetting stuff 4 times. Lemons has a backpack bigger than Lemons. So when she comes back through the house to pick it, because something's forgotten, stuff gets knocked down the entire way. It's like watching a poltergeist go through and fast. So I the first time thunk, okay, they forgot something, I can go back to sleep. Then the next one, I'm like, no, there's no going back to sleep. You know, for all the mimic hate, now you're painting them, it seems inevitable. Yeah, I know, right? This is Gloomy's fault. Gloomy sent this, for my birthday, I think. Or was it a surprise? No, this was a surprise she just sent out of the blue. This is why I dread when I get boxes that say Dustiria and I didn't, order anything. Because this is the kind of thing that shows up. But, you know, I figure I do need more paintings because I sold paintings this weekend. Yay! But I thought it would be good to go back to D&D Mini, and since this was so kindly sent to me, I'm stuck painting it. Mimics are in every stream officially now. I think that was the point. What do you mean, don't blame Gloomy? I can blame Gloomy if I want to. She mailed it to me. Yeah, and I think you mailed it after I said, thank you, TJ. Go back to sleep. Hello, Dusty and Flying Bear. Oh my god, is Gloomy flying? Oh my god, I gotta fix Gloomy. You're flying again. Gloomy, you're not a You're a magical bear right now. You're not supposed to be. Let's fix that. Gloomy's coming down. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna have... No, that'll block the paint stream. I'll keep Gloomy up on top of the box. Yeah. You're coming in for a landing. Touchdown! Okay, there we go. You blame Gloomy for your server name? You should blame Gloomy. We're just gonna blame Gloomy. Everyone blame in chat, say one thing that you blame Gloomy for. Go. So we've got blaming for server name. I've got for mailing me a mimic. Get up and eat, Batman, after you're done watching me. No, you should get up and eat now. I actually ate. You just like getting angry at the mimic gift that one thing set you in the car. Oh my god. Getting that D&D mimic pin still sits raw with me. We don't need to go there. And Batman says, blame Gloomy for not getting first. Yep, that's it. That you can blame her for it. You did not get first because of Gloomy. See? Blame Gloomy Day. Alright, hold up your hand if you want to hear about my weekend. Yeah, choice. We can talk about my weekend first, or we can talk about Gloomy's movie review, because she went to see He-Man. What do you want first? Sherry says, I blame Gloomy for making me forget to buy milk for the office this morning. Might as well. Holds up a foot. Holding up a foot does not tell me if you want a movie review first or weekend. Come on. Holding coffee and typing. Okay. And I'll get out. We all know. What are we gonna say I'm getting out? The base coat color. For those of you that normally have not been to a paint stream, I vary between painting actual paintings and D&D minis. So we blame Gloomy and she's not even here. There you go. Is Gloomy muted? No, but they can't hear you. Okay.
Bring me in again?
No, the OBS has got you low. I'm fixing it. OBS must have done a... How about there? Because I could hear you, but it was only at decibel 60. That's not... I don't know, whatever it is, you know. The lowest of the low. Okay, I blame Gloomy for not telling me you can't hear her.
You know, I will gladly accept the blame for that.
This weekend, you could silence Dragon if you're part of the Goose Goose Duck team, which reminds me, I've not sent out the reminders. Should I send them out today? I probably should send them out today. Someone remind me, or one of you guys go through, see who was on the poll, and just DM them going, hey, there's a Goose Goose Duck game this weekend. I can have one of you guys do it. I'll delegate. And if you did it, let me know so I don't have to do it. Where is my paintbrush? I just had it. There it is. What do you mean, hi, Cinder? Cinder. Oh! Cinder is back there. Cinder, good morning. This is where Cat Cam is. For those of you who wonder how the stream works, this is where Cat Cam always is. I sit, you know, I just turn my chair and I'm streaming. I'm streaming games. You got me? Okay, Cal's gonna send messages to everybody. Oh no, Gloopy came another voice in Dusty's head. But yeah,
I did.
This weekend, that wonderful story game we started continues, and Goose Goose Duck. So
I'm
yeah,
so excited for that story.
I'm excited about the player. Yeah, Laura's got a new player they're working on, so they can fix some of the problems some of my people have. So, but anyway, we're supposed to paint, and oh, this is gonna be awkward. The camera is not close enough to me. Okay. My lovely husband set it up, and he forgets that I have T-Rex arms. Let's tilt the camera a little bit, so we can bring the. There we go. He sets things up as if I have the the body of a normal person, which I do not. We're gonna base coat, and you're gonna look at it going, Dusty, you're gonna get all over every place. You gotta paint other things. Yeah, I am. There's a method to my madness. But yeah, you'll do the PMs. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, I did the everyone. You don't have to do that one. It's just some people forget to put it on their calendar, so it's just a little. Remember to put it in your calendar. It's time for Goose Goose Duck on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is all I usually say. You've gotten the message before. Because Cal has become a regular. So has Lazna. T's gonna play again. Yes, T?
Yeah.
And I know Gloomy will be there.
Of
Super
course.
excited.
I may just be late.
Hey, once you're found family there, in my book, T, you get to do these fun things. So I'm glad you're super excited. You join the family, you're part of it. So that'll be coming soon. Dusty, question. How do you feel about an airbrush? I actually am a certified airbrush person. I actually got a certificate in it and everything. I had a business called Fairy Good Airbrush. Fairy as in the fluttery kind. After the cancer, I can never airbrush again. I can never, ever want. Yeah, she usually does a DM reminder. Yes, I do. Because Batman plays too. Yeah, because you got to remember, airbrush is pushing down, holding it, for different legs, pulling it back. Because I did the triple action. Love them. But the pain of just doing this, no way. Corliss never says he's going to be there, just in case his family pulls him aside. But if his family isn't there, he will show up. So, Lazda, you can just pester him and go, hey, is it a family Saturday or do we have a goose? Go ahead and pester him. You're allowed. I appreciate you, Cal, but no way can I do that. Gather as much information as you need to. Use me as a guinea pig. Oh, that's the other news I got. I am the winner. One of I think 5 winners to get this exclusive ash pin from Demio X Battlemart. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, are we doing movie or are we doing? You need him because he knows French. Yeah, unfortunately, my husband has forgotten most of the French lessons he had when he went to school, because in his area of Canada they don't need French that often. So he understands it, he just can't speak it anymore. Kind of hoping you'd be working, but it fell through. I'm sorry you're not working. If it makes it feel better, you're welcome to kill me all Saturday night. It's okay. That sounds terrible. There should have been a better way to put that. I just, you know what I find icky about this mimic? I have to hold it by its tongue. I have to hold a tongue.
Oh,
This is disturbing
you
me.
like it?
No! Oh my god. That reminds me what happened last night. There was a monster we were playing with on Katuki's stream, and there was a
Mm.
monster that had a tongue, and it was after dark, and Rob had just done a comment that looks like that Katuki's like, "What the heck?" So I'm like, "Okay, guys, it's Dustiria after dark time. Look at the action on that tongue." And she's like, "Oh God, no, Dusty, this is not after dark." I'm like, "Here it is, kid." Oh, we got, and we killed it, and it came back with two heads and two tongues, and oh, it was bad after that. I will totally be responsible for that one. You'll eat Shifu. Thank you. Shu actually has it on his schedule. I saw it. I'm so excited. People are so into the Goose's Duck. They're putting it on their schedules. They're making it an actual, thing for their communities. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm sad I didn't get the award for best event with Goose Goose Duck, but hey, we know we have a good time.
Yes, we very much do.
Can't win everything. All right, so this guy needs to sit down here for a second. He's got to dry, so I'm gonna sit him on his head. You'll eat sheep. Oh, you're gonna eat for killing dragon the first time. It's fair, but I mean, it's dragon. We all kill dragon. It's just something we do.
We have to. It's kind of like the tradition.
All right, so let's go with movie review first. All right. What did you think of Masters of the Universe? I think it's called.
Yes. So, I'm gonna start off with I am normally not a big fan of, like, He-Man.
Yeah, she doesn't like He-Man. It's okay to say it,
Oh,
but she went to the movie. Keep going.
yeah, so, I mean, I was a part of the drive-in, so, it was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, because, at the drive-in, it's like the cost of, like, one movie ticket to see a double feature. But I was not expecting to actually enjoy the movie.
You liked it.
Which I
You
did.
actually
I really
liked it, and you
enjoyed it.
don't like He-Man. That
Yeah.
now that makes me want to go see it even more. I've got to find that $11 to go Wednesday. So, so was it the story they got you, or the action?
So it was a whole background story to it. Um, and I think the one thing that I didn't like about the original He-Man is I didn't like the animation style, but seeing it in live action made it better.
Okay, okay. Yeah, 80s animation, they did what they could. But yeah, I get you.
See, I think it was more of like the art style for like the drawings.
I know, I get you.
Yeah.
But in the 80s, when it came to TV, they did cheap animation because they couldn't afford anything better. But yeah, I get you. I get you. I can't wait to go see it. I know you don't want to give away spoilers.
I really don't.
Yeah, I understand hating the work. It's like our Spawn was working at Fast Track. They do not like working at the gas station because they don't have set hours. They get pulled in all the time, and they're expected to do more than they're supposed to, and it's grueling work working at a gas station. I don't think you guys realize how hard it is to run the register, keep the shelves stocked, keep the place clean, cook all the pizzas. You're supposed to do it all. So yeah, I understand, but they do it to help out. You're excited for June 15th? What's June 15th? What June 15th is? He's got to tell us what happens June 15th. I'm excited for that movie. Yeah, that just sounds good.
Yeah,
There we go,
definitely
dude.
recommend, especially if you're not a fan of He-Man, to give it a try.
'Cause I don't think my husband really was, but I know I was. Oh, that's when the new track from Corey goes. Yes, I'm excited for the new track and the album. The previews I've been able to listen to. I love his music. I mean, right now we're listening to his music. That's what's in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I didn't check. Can you hear music on the stream? Did I do it right? Yeah, you
I
should be
guess.
able to hear it. Okay. So it's funny when I go on my Spotify, usually the first one where it goes, we made a playlist for you to listen to. He's usually right there with like Neil Diamond and stuff. And it's like, and Michael Bublé, and it's always a fun mix if I'm looking for a more chill music. And then it'll be right next to my instrumental that I listen to, and then next to that will be the heavy metal mix, and it's always fun. Thank you, Cal. That takes one thing off my plate because I'm gonna be really busy because I have to stay on camera. Why aren't you guys telling me I'm not on camera? So
That's
yeah, because I gotta get paintings done because I sold paintings. I guess we'll talk about the weekend. Saturday, I had 2 art shows on the same day. I can't tell you how grueling it is to do that. Both of them, by the way, I ended up having to stand because if you sit down, people won't buy from you. You got to make eye contact. You got to make them see seen. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have to, because if you sit there and you're on your phone, they'll keep walking by. People want to be engaged, and this is one way you can make them feel special for a little bit. So anyway, on concrete floors, which I'm not used to standing on. I'm not used to standing all day. We all know I'm a streamer. So we start out with that. But we arrive, and because I was one of the first people to apply to Oneida County Pride, we were like the second booth you see when you walk in, which is an awesome place to be. Oh no, no goose this weekend. Thank you for letting me know, Cal. Wonder if that means we don't have him for story time either. Gloomy, remind me to ask him about story time. Will he be there or not? I'm hoping he will be because it's a really good story. So no goose this weekend, but doesn't mean you can't. You guys shouldn't show up. There's more fun than just goose there. Promise. But okay, so we got a really good spot. I felt so bad for Witch Among the Flowers. They applied last minute. They got put under the speakers.
Ooh.
Now, I've never been in a hockey rink before. Okay. So this is on the ice. Well, there's no ice, of course, but where the ice would be. They blasted the music, and because it's such a cavernous space, it echoed off everything. So everyone got a headache. I don't know how Al handled being under the speakers like that with my friend Petrie. I felt so bad that they were stuck under there, because if it was deafening for us and we were the first people you saw when you get in, yeah. His story time attendance depends on when his wife wants to leave for his trip to ride the cyclone. Oh, they're doing that. Okay, so story time is up in the air. We will still continue the story, guys, even without the goose, because, you know, story time is only every other weekend. The goose will catch the VOD after if the goose is missing. And if Kitty can't make it, that just means Gloomy and I are reading everything. But we can do that. We got this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So story time will go no matter what, I promise. It's too good a story not to. This is one of the best stories we've encountered. But anyway, besides that was my only complaint about the whole thing was oh no, sorry, there was one other complaint. The people in the middle like us were back to back with other vendors. Meaning if you set up the tables, your back is to the other vendor. So you got to go to the bathroom. You can't get out. So they left a lot of space between the vendors. I mean, by a lot of space, I mean there was a good 20, 30 feet between the first row and the middle row. So I told them next year, take the middle, make a dealer's alley, make it 3 foot of tape between the middle so the dealers can get back in and out, but it's not wide enough for anyone to think that that's for people. So, because otherwise, I was okay, thankfully, because the person behind us didn't show up, so we could get out. But when you went down to where Al was and they were all packed in like sardines, there was no going to the bathroom. There was no getting out for any reason. You were stuck. So that's the only complaints. Because other than that, you showed up. Someone was immediately there to greet you. They ask who you are, and they immediately take you. They don't say, oh, you got to go here and just point. They take you right to your spot. They ask you if there's anything you need. They ask if you need any assistance unloading. And when and then once you're all unloaded, they tell you where you're allowed to park your car. First event I've ever been to for selling my art where there was a parking lot for dealers only. Usually we get told to park in Timbuktu and have to walk back because we need these spaces for the customers. No, there was a business across the street that donated their parking lot on the other side of their truck, so it was hidden, so people wouldn't use it, where
Mm-hmm.
dealers only could park. So we literally just had to walk across the street. I've never had such close parking, which came in handy, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So we are set up. Everything's ready to go. I get a message on my phone. The sticker delivery has happened. So guess where Rob has to go? Rob has to go all the way home and get the stickers that we needed so we could sell them. So Rob goes off, no issues, gets them, gets back, can park, which never, usually if he leaves for an event, there's no parking, customer, visitors taking the spot. No issues, right back. It was wonderful. And the people, I love Pride. Pride's one of my favorite types of event to attend because when they come up to the table and they're looking at the art, they immediately start telling stories like everybody does that at every event, but their stories are more heartfelt. The pain is so real. I guess there's a Grandparents' Day coming up. I don't know when National Grandparents' Day is, but there were so many of them that were going, this is my grandmother's favorite bird. She's the only one that accepts me as trans. How much is this? I need to send this to her. Or my grandpa needs this. I moved in with him. I got kicked out when I said I was was a lesbian, and I've been living with him. I need this. It's just the stories. They were heartbreaking, but yet upbeat because they were buying art for people that have supported them, and looking at their outfits because you had people wearing just a normal Pride T-shirt, and then people that were head to toe in rainbow or as their favorite character. A drag queen came by dressed as a World of Warcraft character, only in glitter. She was amazing. I mean, her ears came way out. She's just delightful. And it's just, I even got complimented by what I went running for the bathroom. That's the other thing. This place has 2 bathrooms, so the line was only 3 people deep. Isn't that amazing for an event? 3 people deep. That's it. But I go running, and this drag queen goes, "Holy, you got to slow down there, sugar." And then I'm like, "I'm sorry, I really need to find the bathroom. I have been here since morning." And she goes, "Oh, let me show you the way. And your outfit is one of my favorites all day. I've been meaning to tell you this." And all I did was take a elegant blue dress I needed for this next event, and I wore rainbow gloves that went up to my arms up here. I wore rainbow stockings that went up to my knees. I had a rainbow a shawl wrapped around my waist, rainbow necklace, and then the ear cuff that I traded art for. I have a purple feather ear cuff. Can't wear it on stream. Headphones, but I have a purple and black feather ear cuff. But
It's okay. We know about it.
There's a picture if you go into your pics. That shade of blue is elegant indeed. I like the cut because it crisscrosses. It crisscrosses and hugs in the right places, and then it goes flowy. And when you spin, the skirt goes out. The same color as your car. Nice. It's actually Rob's favorite color. That one there I picked up for him because usually I go purple, but it's his favorite color, and it's a completely cotton dress, so it's just perfect. So, but my favorite person I met was Simon. Simon was this big. I was talking to a guy. He comes up to the table, and I saw this long rat tail, and I thought it was just a prop because you never know. People come in the most elaborate costumes to Pride. And I'm like, a nice rat tail. And he's like, you want to see the rest of it? And he moves his hair, and there's a rat head on one side, and the tail's on the other. And I'm like, that's a big rat. And he's like, Simon, you want to come meet someone? Simon comes down, and he's a very well trained rat, comes down into his hands, and he's gigantic, the biggest rat I've ever met. And he comes right up to sniff me, and I'm like, I get to meet Simon. He let me take a picture. I put it in Fluffies. And he goes to every pride because he's allowed, because he's trained to basically be worn like a collar and just look around at the people. And as long as he doesn't cause any trouble, he's allowed at all the pride events. And Simon's been to 4 so far this year alone, so it's wonderful. Very nice to meet Simon. I love me a rat. They're just so friendly and so easy to train, and they're so smart. So, but yeah, that was Pride. Pride was fantastic. We sold enough to cover a table and a little bit. We didn't sell as much at Pride because unfortunately, Pride was during thunderstorms, so the foot traffic was down, and you can't blame it. So we are. The next thing we have to do is we have to get all the way to Utica next. To get to the Utica Zoo, because Pride ends at 4 and Utica Zoo setup is at 5. See a time crunch here? I don't know. Can you see a time crunch?
Not at all.
Not at all. So we get to the zoo at 5:08. I don't know how, but we managed to get there at 5:08 on the dot. And as soon as we pull up, we need to check your car. I'm like, excuse me? We were told you had an 18-year-old coming to the event. I'm like, look at my car. It's packed to the gills. Do you see an 18-year-old? We left the 18-year-old back at Pride. And they're like, oh, okay, then you can continue forward. It's like, they thought I would be smuggling in lemons. Who would do that? So I'm like, I got a little worried. I'm like, I don't know. This is how we're going to be treated. But that was just turns out to be the officer doing what officers do. Because as soon as we get past him, there's a wonderful guy at the gate. And he's going, who are you? I'm like, Dustiria. Like, oh, Dustiria, we've been waiting for you. Follow me. And they took us to a spot that would have been perfect. It was the only vendor that was going to be in with the wine. Because most of the vendors were in with the beer tent. In with the wine. Gorgeous location where they funneled it so that everyone would have to go to do the wine. And then after getting the wine, be pooling around our table because that's where the tables and chairs were too. Well, beautiful location. But did I mention the tea storms earlier? I think I mentioned the tea storms earlier. They brought a windstorm. We're talking 18 miles an hour winds with gusts of 30. First gust hits our stuff after we're halfway set up, all the prints fly. So all the vineyards the people start running to grab prints that are flying through the air. I'm grateful to them. Because of them, we lost no art. Right about then, the director of everything comes running over going, okay, is there anything you need? Are you happy? And I said, no, we're packing up. We're leaving. And she went, no, you can't do that. We need you here. You're the only artist. I'm like, and then the wind hit again and some stickers blew that we hadn't grabbed. She's like, oh, you can't be here. I'm like, no, that's why we're just going to leave because there's no place else for us to be. And she's like, no. She gets on her walkie and goes, I need a team. We need to move to Dustiria. There's too much wind. I need a team stat. Not even a minute later, 4 guys with wagons come running into the area and go, permission to touch your stuff, ma'am. And I'm like, yes, why? Because at this point, Rob is parking the car, and he's not there. And I said, yes. And they immediately start packing up everything neat as a pin in all their wagons and running, going, follow us, ma'am. And so I'm trying to run and catch up to these long-legged males, which are really sweet. And we go all the way back up to the entrance, and there's 2 huge tables right by the doors when you walk in. Not in a little room, right in the entrance. And 2 chairs, and they're like, can we help set up the way we saw there? And they start helping set up. And I'm like, and then Rob shows up, and all of us, we get it all set up. This is the fastest I've ever set up our tables in my life. People start arriving, and they tell the people, you can congregate on that side. We must set up Dustiria. And by 5:30, everything is set up. In the new location. Inside. No wind. Warm. They go, okay, you're inside. The public bathroom is going to be too crowded. This is where your private bathroom is. I'm like, private bathroom? I'm like, yeah, it's only for staff and the director. And the staff aren't going to be using it at this event because we have a different location for them way down where the vineyard is. So this is your bathroom for the event. I'm like, we get a private bathroom? And they're like, yep. And do you want water? Do you need anything? They catered to us so much, and they kept checking on us the entire time. And the director's like, you're up here now, which means you're not going to get any sales for the first 2 hours. But when the drunks start coming up to leave, it'll be different, I promise. And they were right. We ended up making about $200, which is more than we make at a lot of these shows, over table and the cost of insurance to be there. So this is one of the most expensive events we've ever attended. She said that we would have done way better if we had been down in where we were, but it was the wind would made that impossible. The wind, by the way, never stopped the entire event. It got worse. When it time to pack up, the gusts were going up 16 miles an hour. So it was like, smart move to move. We could have sold more if we were down there, but it's still a very good event. And I love drunk people. I mean, they come up and they're like, oh my God, I need this so much. I love you. I love this. I love everything. And they're just wonderful. And then they pull out their card and I tell them, you are intoxicated. Are you sure you want this purchase? And then they say, yes, I'm perfectly fine. I'll be okay with it in the morning. And one of them that I was worried about who bought, I did a painting of my entire family in our spectrums as birds. And I was worried because he seemed to be a little too intoxicated, but he promised me he would be fine. His cousin found me on Instagram and goes, oh my God, I saw that piece of art. They showed it to everyone on family. It means a lot to everyone. How do I follow you on Twitch? He said you're a streamer. How do I follow you on that Valora thing? It was great. So I just got the message, so I told them how. So it was a good event, both of them. I don't know. Should we talk about Sunday? Life lessons.
I definitely agree. Life lessons should be talked about.
I don't know, because chat went silent. Did I ramble too much? You guys all go to sleep? You guys all go home? You guys still there? Give me an emote if you're still there. Oh, speaking of emotes, I had enough referrals on Valora to unlock more. So now there's 60 emotes on Valora. There we go.
Yay.
Batman's still there. Kale's still there. So if you're on yellow side, you have 60 emotes to play with if you're a tier 2 subscriber. If you're a tier 1, you still got extra emotes. You're browsing and happen to see my new gaming chair. I don't have a new gaming chair. This one here? I've had this for a while. But yeah, no, Sunday, we got a credit card that is empty for emergencies. And after seeing it's going to be 90s all week, I'm in a second floor apartment. When I'm under the floodlights, screen up, it's 10 degrees even hotter than whatever inside is. So I can reach 100 degrees when I'm streaming easily. If it's starting to do that the first week of June, this is a scary summer. So we decided to get an AC. So I got an AC. And I did the biggest mistake you ever do in your life. The AC shows up. Rob takes one look at the box and goes, no, not a chance. I'm like, what do you mean? He comes up the stairs, pulls out a tape measure, looks at it, runs back down, comes back up and goes, it can't fit in our window. So now we have a giant AC that can't fit in our window. And I don't know what to do because I'm not thinking straight, because at this point I'm thinking, oh my God, I made the biggest mistake in the book. You always measure first before you do these things. I don't know how I managed it. The heat last week must have got to me because I didn't think about it. So I'm just distraught. I'm not handling it well. I will totally admit this. When I finally calmed down, my dear husband goes, I went and took your phone. I went to the app. I took a look. The company will take it back. We just have to go to Best Buy. I can get it in the car. Iron and I are working on that right now. Just get it in the car since you ordered it, and we're going to make a return. So we drive out to Best Buy to make the return, and I'm like, what do I do? How do I explain it? He's like, it's easy. You just tell him the truth. Cut a hole in the wall so it'll fit. My dad did that. That's how the AC that's been since the 80s. That thing is still going from the 80s. One of the first ACs. It's still going. I keep telling you to replace it with something energy efficient. He's like, no, if it works, it's fine. But yeah, he cut a hole to do that. But so We show up, and as soon as they're like, "Is it still in the box?" I'm like, "It's still in the box." Did you open the box? We did not open the box. What's wrong with it? And I'm like, and Rob's like, "She didn't measure first." I'm like, "That happens so often, ma'am. Totally fine. I'll help your husband get the box. What do you want to do about it?" I'm like, "Do you have anything that'll fit my window?" Short answer, no. The amount of
Mm.
BTUs we need and what fits in windows, they're too big. Then he introduces me to a new thing that I'm not familiar with, portable AC units.
Mm.
I've never encountered them. I don't know anything about them. But there is one, he showed me them in the store, explained how they work. Rob's like, "Oh, I can install that easy peasy." He likes it better because he doesn't have to, he just has to put a few boards in the window. So, but I'm like, "Do you have it in stock?" They're like, "Unfortunately, 14,000 BTUs, which is the best we can do. You have to have it arrive. We do carry it in stores. Nobody usually has a room that big. But my apartment, the living room, the kitchen, they're all one. So we need something bigger." Hi, Alien Hippie. How you doing? So we ordered it. It should show up Friday, so I have to go through 4 90-degree days to get to it. But and they assured us if there's a problem, they can return it. But this is what I found amazing. The AC unit we returned was $685, which was why I was having a heart attack. I got it on a payment plan, blah, blah, blah. The one he found us was on sale, 150 off. So, and cheaper to begin with than the other. So we ended up spending $454. So instead of paying off in 18 months, we have to do $40 a month for 12 months. So it's nice. You have one, but it's too humid here, and the bucket fills too fast, and it's overflowed many times. Good to know, because it's very humid here too. So I'll watch for that. That we can check that, because I don't think I can go through another summer. I have underdeveloped sweat glands. I don't. You guys have never really seen sweat pouring off me, and it'll be 90 degrees. You ever wonder why? Because I tend to pass out. So, if it's 1 week, I can deal with it. But if it's more than that, like last year, we had a month, and I was sick so much. I overheated too many times, despite how much water I drink. So it's better. So, by this point, I'm like, okay, this is a better deal, but I'm still distraught. I want to do retail therapy. We can't afford retail therapy. How can I do retail therapy? They work really just make sure you have a way to drain it or watch it. I can watch it because I'm home streaming all the time, so I'll watch it, but I'll mention to Rob maybe there'll be a way to drain it. So I go to Five Below because Five Below has retail therapy. Now we're gonna go back in time. Okay, everybody ready to go back in time? If we're not home, we wouldn't leave it on anyway. The cats can go in the kids' bedroom where they have an AC. And that way they stay cool, because we don't want to run the electric bill up, so we won't leave it on when we're not home. Electric bill already is $150 more than it should be, because it just went up $150 before ACs and everything, smart meters. But anyway, we're gonna go back in time. Ready, Gloomy? Back in time.
Yeah.
There's a little Dusty. Every year, she makes her Christmas list. The Christmas list is always short. It's always whatever book I want, and a Briar horse. Actually goes real horse, if not Briar horse. Every year for Christmas, there was always those 3 items. Every year for Christmas, I got the new book. I never got the Briar horse. Has a heater setting. I don't know if mine's got that. I gotta look at it when it comes. So fast forward to adulthood. I want a Briar horse. They're $30 or more. Can't afford a Briar horse. Then it turns out Briar has come out with ones that aren't collectible. They're just toys to play with. At Five Below, they had them. Look at him. Isn't she gorgeous? $5. I finally own a Briar horse. And because she's made to play with and not a collectible, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint her like the horse I always imagined, which is similar to this one. It's almost there. I just got to add some different detail to it, just a little bit. So there's gonna be I'm gonna paint her the way I envision her, but I've always wanted a horse like this. I love what they call the Vanner horse. It used to be called the Gypsy horse that only the travelers have in Ireland. But I'm gonna paint her like a Vanner horse. Hi, Dragon's Lair. Make sure you had both because even in the winter you keep your room freezing. You like to warm it up. Yeah, unfortunately, the living room it is the only thermostat we have. So if I heat the room with any other source, the rest of the house will freeze. So I just freeze to death, and the rest of the house is warmer because the space is too big. You know, you get it. So, but yeah, I bundle like you wouldn't believe. Well, you've seen me streaming with all the blankets wrapped around me. You know, Batman's been to more streams than all of you. I go as naked as I can in the 90 degrees, and then in the winter, I wear as many blankets as possible. I'm one of those streamers that you really want, knows how to dress to impress. But anyway, we've got base coats on, most of it. Probably should base coat the band. So where's that gray? Yeah, we get 6 months of winter here. It's nasty. This year was longer than 6 months. We had snow all the way up to, what was it, the middle of May? It was nuts. Started in October, went to May. Maybe the 6 months. I don't know. I can't count. But anyway, we are going to try to keep this on stream. And we're going to base coat the last thing we didn't base coat. And then we're going to start detailing.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a Warhammer fantasy person or a Warhammer 40k person, you know the rule there is only, have 3 colors. Technically, this could play right now. You could stop, but we don't do that here.
Yeah, no. We like to have a lot of detail.
One shade is not enough. And I gotta say, you picked out a very good mini. The more detailed the mini, the better the paint job will look, because there's more that you can do with it. So when you're looking for a mini and you're going, hey, my mini looks flat, take a look at your detail first before you talk about your painting. If there's no detail on it, it just looks like a flat mini. There's no like creases in the cloth or wood grain if it's a box or whatever you're painting. You're going to have a harder time making it look better. Details is important. You want whoever sculpted it to have taken the time to put the extra detail in there.
Yeah.
Libby started a project this weekend too.
I did.
You want to talk about what you started doing?
I started ripping up my lawn so that way I could put a nice flower bed in for the bees and the butterflies to be attracted to.
Very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm very proud of seeing what it looks like. I guess I should probably put a picture and show me your leafies, huh?
Oh my god, yes. Then we can watch it grow. You only played one game of 500-point 40k, spent way too much on model kits. Order that was FKS I had to work out during downtime. Oh yeah, I get it. I had a 40k army that before I ran away from home. I had a fantasy armor, I had Battlefield Gothic. I had all those because I used to help run a game store with my friends, Lance and Tom. They owned it, and I was the volunteer help because they found having a female there back in the early 90s to late 90s. They sold more. Can't imagine why. So I had all the armies, but I didn't buy them because it was too expensive. What I did is I like, okay, you want a tank painted? Buy me this. so, I had a Chaos Marine army. I had a Dark Eldar army when it came to 40k, and fantasy I had Wood Elves. So. And I only had the Chaos Marine army because the guy said, no, you can't paint anything pink. And I went, read the lore. And they're like, oh. And now, because you made fun of me, they glow in the dark. Turn off the lights. And I had a fully pink glow in the dark army. Because I was told I couldn't. Don't tell me I can't do something. So, yep. Don't tell me I can't do something. It's that simple. And then when I actually made the army that I wanted, which was the Dark Eldar, I made sure their plumes of feathers and stuff would glow as well. So every army I made glowed in the dark, except for the Wood Elves. The Wood Elves I painted to actually blend in and look like, like the woods. Uh-oh. That's probably going to get me in trouble. That's a copyright song. Dad forgot Mondays I stream. I will call him back after stream. You guys got to hear our ringtone for a second. Hopefully we don't get duded for that.
Only a second.
I don't think it was more than 10 seconds, so we should be okay. But he'll leave a voicemail and I'll call him back. He probably wants to know when we're getting together because my dad's been restoring a bicycle for Lemons so Lemons can get to work. And by restoring, I mean the bike was perfectly fine. He just had to put new brakes on it. But he's been sandblasting and sanding and then smoothing and oiling. And I have a feeling this thing's going to look like it just came off the showroom floor back in the 50s. Because it's an old Schwinn, I think is how you say it. Actually got full like 40k stuff you forgot to send to Games Workshop in Canada. You gotta fix them up, take pics. Fun with that. So
I would love to have a bike from the 50s.
yeah, well, that's what I grew up on. I had Mom's bike, her second bike, because she stopped riding the Swin because the seat, she said, was hurting her. So she got a different bike when she was when I was little, that had a cushy seat. So when I got to the point where I could ride a bike and I needed an adult size bike, I got her bike because by then she wasn't bicycling anymore. I never got a new bike in the family. Like the first bike I ever had, I wanted a bicycle really, really bad, so my grandfather went to the dump, found one, and restored it. I was the only person that had a bike that had gold handlebars, a gold thing that held the seat up. The rest of the bike was bright red, but it was a gold and red bike because that's all the spray paint Grandpa had laying around. And my twin got the brand new bike. But you know what? I loved that thing because and it didn't have training wheels, so I had to learn how to ride a bike from the get-go. My twin had training wheels. So I'm like, I kept practicing and practicing, trying to teach myself how to ride because no one had time. But I figured it out, and I rode that thing. I loved that because it was like my grandpa took the time to go to the dump and make sure I had a bicycle. I love that thing. And then when I outgrew it, I was so sad. It took a long time to outgrow it because it was a bike. At first, it was a little too big for me, so it had wood on the pedals. Yes, I will fully admit this. They strapped chunks of wood on it so I could ride it with little straps so I could put my feet through, And then when I got bigger, we took that off. So the bicycle stayed with me a very, very long time until I had to finally move on to my mom's. But the bicycle my mother rode all the way through high school, that's the bicycle that is being restored. So she rode it through high school, so yeah, it would be 50s. So early 50s. And you're wrong, it was Games Workshop, it was Mini Wargaming in Canada. It's okay. But so I'm looking forward to seeing Mom's bike in all its glory again. I remember looking at it in the shed and Dad going, "Nope, that one there is what your sister's gonna ride." I'm like, "Okay. You're getting this one." And I'm like, "That's fine. I got a bike. That's all I care about." And until my knee collapsed when I was senior in high school, so whatever, not senior, freshman. Whatever year you're a freshman, to my knee collapsed that year, I rode that thing. I haven't been on a bicycle since because my knee can't handle it, but I loved it till then. And that's still in Dad's shed along with my sister Wendy's bike. So, but Dad's like, I think your mother would have wanted her to have, you know, her bike. So that's what we're going with. I got the rear mirrors for it. I got the holder so that the phone can sit there so they can use it for directions. I've got the headlight and tail lights required by law. I just don't have the bicycle helmet yet and the bike lock. 2 more things to go. So, do you have a bike?
There.
What is an LPCS? I don't know what that stands for.
I don't know either.
But
That one, like, electric one?
no idea.
Oh.
Leather personal carriers. Oh, boots. Okay. That's what I used to get around when I can't use my car as my boots. But the jobs that are open for people, you know, the minimum wage jobs that are open, boots aren't going to work. It's a little bit farther out, sadly. The stuff that they could walk to isn't hiring. It's farther. So a bicycle will hopefully get them there. Because right now, driving iron to work and making sure it goes around my streaming schedule, my doctor appointments, and Rob's work is difficult. To add another person that we have to drive for, yeah, Lemons is trying to prevent that. Especially since yesterday, there's the other fun thing. I've got my horse, I'm enjoying my horse, and Rob's like, I don't want to alarm you. I'm like, okay. But the check engine light just came on. So it's off to Advance on the way home to find out what's wrong, to get the code, to find out what the code is, to have Rob go, that sounds bad, to go, well, there's an easy fix, let's try that first. So we put the fuel cleaner stuff through last night to see if that'll fix it and keep, and because it could just be something clogging the fuel filter or the fuel line. And if that's the case, the cleaner we put in should do it. If it's not that, then it's either the fuel filter or something worse, and that means we have to go to a garage. So here's hoping the cleaner's all needed. Seafoam works great. What's Seafoam? I forgot the brand I got. I got the brand that I trust, but now I can't remember what it is. Poured it in and we'll see how it goes.
Fuel cleaner?
Oh, that's not I didn't go with that. I went with hate brain damage. When I'm looking at stuff, I can go, this is the one I trust. This is the one that I saw used the most in the garage. But when I'm not looking at it, I can't tell you what it is. But I had him get the brand that I trust, and we put that in. So we'll see. Here's hoping, because I can't afford to put it in the garage right now. Nope, not that one. But I can't tell you what it is because I can't see it right now. But we did what we needed to do. So, but yeah, we're hoping that's all it was, and the car will keep going, and we'll be okay. Because I have to drive it out to a doctor appointment next week alone. I don't want to have it be broke down somewhere.
Definitely not.
So, wasn't Berryman's either. I don't remember what it's called, but it's we put in what I trust, and we'll see what happens. Rob said she already handled better because right before the check engine light came on, we were going up a hill. He's like, "It's weird. She's struggling more than she should be." And then the check engine light came on. But he said that when while we were driving, because once you put the stuff in, you have to drive 20, 30 miles to make sure that, it's in there good. So while we were driving around the lake, because around the lake is actually 20 miles, he said she already behaved better. She wasn't struggling on the hills. Yeah, the AutoZone does do that. My family always worked for Advanced Auto. If you're doing, my sister and brother-in-law still do. They're some lead programmers for the cash register systems. So they work from home, and that's all they do is make sure that all the payment systems and all that stuff are working. What's scarier than a check engine light? When Yeah, CSU say use fuel cleaner once a month because it does help. I forgot to tell Rob about it. There's so much I forget to tell Rob because it's something you should be doing once a month, but I forgot because, you know, brain damage. But now he knows, so. When the check engine light suddenly disappears. A Ford. Huh. Yeah, when a check engine light suddenly disappears is scary because then you're like, what caused it? Is it a problem? Is it still a problem? What do I do? Yeah, I've been there too. I used to say that about Fords because Fords used to be the piece of crap. And if you're going into a classic car or an old car, don't touch them. That you'll be working on them all the time. But modern Fords are just the same now as Chevys. There's no difference between all the cars are going to break down on you. They're all made to do that. But, you know, Ford, Kia, and Hyundai will break down the worst, but cars are cars these days. To find one that's reliable and lasts you, 100,000, 200,000 miles is getting harder and harder to do. So, unless you can afford one that's imported. I don't think they even sell French cars in this country. So, I can tell you from growing up around cars and going to antique-car shows and classic car shows, the Fords from the 30s, every time we went on a tour, those were the ones that never made it. We always had to fix them at least 2 or 3 times, and we used to tow them. It was funny. The ones in the 40s and 50s, same thing. 60s got a little bit better. 70s got a little bit better, and then 80s it got to be on par with almost everybody else. Yeah, that's imported. As I said, unless you go imported, you're not going to get a good car. If you're looking at American stuff, Chevy, Ford, they're all the same. But unfortunately, most of us can't afford imported. If I could, I'd have another Honda CR-V. That thing was wonderful. Well, HRV, because I would like a hybrid, but can't, so I got a Buick. And I'm scared. I'm scared. I wish American products were better, but we have a thing of doing stuff to the lowest bidder, and you get what you pay for. But yeah, I've never heard of Citroën or Puget. I don't know how to even say those, Lasda. I don't think we have. Someone Google, do we even have those brands in this country? You like your little Dodge Dart? She's got 196,000, still going great. Yeah, but that's an older car. I don't think a new Dodge will do that. Already did their imports? Yeah, so yeah, older cars still will last. That's why I went with a 2018, hoping that it was before a lot of the modern stuff. The more tech you put in them, the less they seem to last. A friend of mine just had a problem with her car. All the locks won't lock anymore. And she has to go find out why.
That's very interesting.
Out of the blue. She's like, I can't lock my car anymore. I'm like, why can't you lock your car anymore? She's like, I can't. She's like, the hatch won't even stay closed because it, it's like, what is going on? So. But yeah, so. She's working on trying to figure that one out. I don't know what yeah, power locks. It's a, what was she say? It was a 2024 Chevy something. It's like 2 years old. It's already doing this. I'm like, that's not good. But so her car's in the garage. But these things happen, I'm hoping that my car will behave now that we got the fluid in it, and I'll remember to put the fluid in every month. That's the thing. Will I remember? No. Hopefully Rob will. Because I should have told them a long time ago, but I forgot until I'm looking at the stuff going, oh, we should have been doing this already. I hate that I'm triggered by images. So if no one puts a, a picture of the, the funeral clean in front of me, I'm not going to remember to do it. Do you need to make a reminder? That might not be a bad idea. Once a month, just go, hey, did you do this? That's not a bad idea, TJ. That would be helpful. Why off screen? Ugh. I'm gonna move the camera again. You guys gotta start telling me when you can't see me painting. Right now I'm doing the third shade of I don't know, goo color? What do you call these things? Tendons? I don't know. It's gross. That's all I can tell you. Whatever this stuff is. I don't know the anatomy of a mimic, and no, that does not mean you're going to send me the anatomy of a mimic. I don't care. I mean, why did you do this to me? Gloomy's not here anymore. Gloomy! Nope, lost my voice in my head. She left me painting this horrible thing all alone. I mean, look at the size of his tongue. It is totally wrong. Abductor muscle, same as a mollusk. Then Rob shows me a webtoon that I got about a mimic trying to be on an adventure with, and it's like, it's actually cute, adorable. I hate that it's actually good. So now he's like, yeah, got you reading a story about a mimic. I'm like, evil. I don't know where Gloomy went. I'm sure she'll be back. Maybe she had a phone call. There she is.
No, I had a pee.
Oh, how dare you.
I know. And normally I try to wait for the ad breaks, but this one actually happened after the fact, so I was like, oh well.
Did we already go through an ad break? Wow.
Yeah.
It's going fast. I'm just testing everything about this thing you sent me. And ask why would you send me something like this? This is just...
I thought you liked detail. Also, there's a hair on the tongue.
Darn it. Thank you. That tells me how good the camera is, though. Yeah, I know. I've heard you have to use Shell for gas. I could never own a Toyota because I don't even think we have one of those gas stations. So I'm still trying to figure out how the 2 fast tracks in our or no, sorry, 3 fast tracks in our town are owned by the same people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all in the same city. Why is the one Ironworks at 10 cents more usually than the other 2? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, for those of you wondering, why am I focusing on this first? Yes, I have to hold the tongue a lot, so it'll take some of the paint off. Because when I go to paint the teeth and stuff, I won't be able to go back in here. So getting the inside of the mouth has to be a priority.
It doesn't have to be, but Dusty likes to just, hold the tongue.
No, it has to be because otherwise, if I paint the teeth, I'll get in there, and then I have to go back in there, and I'll get the teeth. If you take a look, the teeth have pink tips. You know, it's all about what would you touch the most with your brush. Yeah, see, I could never own a Toyota. That's okay. My dream is a Honda. I love Hondas. Am I gonna get one of those anytime soon? No chance, and you know what. All right, we're gonna pull out something I haven't pulled out in a while. My handy dandy. Oh, come on, TJ. Why'd you... Every freaking stream, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Every stream. You fell down again. Why are you falling down again? I just put new sticker on you. I'm gonna throw you on my keyboard. There. New Hondas too? Well, there goes that. It's only her picture too. No, everybody else stays up on the wall fine. TJ doesn't stay up on the wall. Okay, what do we got?
We know TJ likes to cause chaos, right?
We do, but this is a picture of her. It should be different.
Mm-mm.
Peach. I'm just going through my inks right now. Want to see if I got... I'm hoping I got purplish red. Yeah, let's try that.
Still TJ. Still chaos.
I know I am. I'm going to show you TJ what she looks like unless she says it's okay. I'm just going to rant with the back of the picture frame. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit ink down. Oh, I haven't used this color ever. This is where we make it explode because I don't have a pin. I'll chop it off with my X-Acto. I can find my X-Acto. Oh, you don't care if I rant and show your picture and go, this is TJ and this is my problem? Oh, that was fun. Well, that looks like I killed something on... that's beautiful. Alright, so, that went all over the Mimic, too.
The Mimic ate somebody?
I mean, we could do that after it's done, but right now, that's a problem. This is not how you ink things, people. You do not just have it explode and get it all over yourself. Yeah, that's bloody, yeah. You have a lot of BMG, Audios. I never heard of Skoda, Volkswagen, Toyota, Fiat, Opel. Never heard of that one. Honda, Ford, Kia, and Mazda. And a Renault. I've heard of Renault. Okay, so now that we've got ink everywhere, oh, I gotta get off the blade too. Yeah, it looks like I cut my finger. I mean, I swear I didn't cut anything. That's just the blood. That's just the ink. Ugh. I think that's staying the blade. Yeah, that's not coming off. Can you imagine somebody just stepped in the stream right now and there's got this blood splatter across and I got blood on my X-Acto.
But it's not blood.
Well, I know it does, but I'm not at that stage yet. We are only at stage 2 of painting. Blood's the last thing you're gonna do if you're gonna do that. But yeah, no. Instead, I'm gonna have... It's gonna look like I have blood on my fingers all day. But we're gonna put a little bit of ink down. And we're gonna use it the proper way. Exploding paint on me. Oh, that's great. There's a paint clip that needed to happen.
Yeah.
That's not how you do things. But anyway,
Exactly
we're gonna take this ink. And we're gonna go inside here. And then we're going to take a paper towel. We're going to go in here and we're going to try to blot it. It's hard to get in there. Darn teeth. See? You make it even harder. Yeah. Because we don't want the ink everywhere. But it looks like we're going to have to do it differently. Because I can't get the paper towel in there right. So, but we're going to get the ink in here. And we'll just go back in with the pink. Like so. It was a little bit wet anyway. And we'll get some more ink in there. Because I want the ink in there because I want it to have the...
we appreciate you, TJ, doing all the clipping.
Yeah, because we definitely don't... I can't tell you how many streams there's no clips at all. And we need the clips. Because the clips are what are getting some people here. I'm actually getting people commenting on the clips. And some people messaging me about the clips. So, clips are important. If we want to grow the community... and get more found family... and more countries. We're only at 16. There's way more countries out there that could find us. Can you imagine if we got more? International Dustiria. That has always been the goal. Because I know there's people all over the world that need a found family that can, care and listen to them. And that's the goal here. I know the secondary goal is to make sure I have an income. But the first goal has always been grow the found family. So make the clips. Clips help. You want more people to torture, don't you? In Who's Who Stuck? That's how we find them. Anyone want to see what you did for your first math assignment? It was extra and an adventure. I wouldn't understand it, so no. But I'm sure you can show it to other people. Is this math easier at least than last year's? Oh, that works. Look in there now. Look at the bloody mouth in there. Oh, that works beautiful. Need a little bit more in this crevice. I'm just gonna apply directly and let it, because I just realized I can let it pool and looking at and darker in the recesses. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that. I'm just gonna go that way. Oh, look at what it can do. Doop.
Share away, TJ. Share away.
Yeah, there's gotta be, figure out a place where it goes in the Discord and share away. I don't know where you, because it's not on the internet. It's not your. Is it a pic? Where do you put math? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to put more detail on the tongue where I have to hold it all the time. That can be last, but look at how bloody it is in there. Look at it. There.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's an adventure. Good idea. And I'll look at it later. If you think I can understand it. I'm just glad you passed that other math course so you don't ever have to do that again. You like that? Because just because you don't see inside when it's sitting on the table doesn't mean someone will pick that up to look inside. There are a lot of people, when they see a mini, they want to be able to pick it up and have it look good and across. I know you hated that course, so I'm glad that's done. You passed it, you're done. Now we move on to the easier math, hopefully. Because you're not going to be a math teacher, that's for certain. That takes a special kind of person. I know Lemons is getting worried. Their Algebra 3 Regents is next week already. Which means their last day of school is next week. I'm not ready. I was thinking if you had one half of the Dark Elder model, you could make it look like it was eating it. I am not going to do that. You have two friends who are doing math teacher? Ugh. Good luck to them. I hope math comes easy to them. But that's going to be hard to teach. Alright. Actually, I want to get some brown ink out. I'm in an ink mood today. I know I saw brown a second ago. Everyone says you're supposed to have coffee in the morning. I'm going to use coffee ink. Does that count?
Not quite.
Not quite?
Not
I
quite.
can't wait till these shows are done. I'm torn. I want these shows because without these shows I won't have a lot of income. But at the same time, I'm excited for them to be done because I have that cement goose sitting on my desk waiting to become a goose that, you know, because that was what Rob asked for. I'm going to open this one down here so if it splatters, it's not all over the table.
Again.
There we go. How many colors can I turn my knife today? Well, one must be art teacher, but we don't have art at this college. Plus, it's not an endorsement. I would love to actually teach adults art. I would want it. But it's kind of what we do with these paint streams.
Yes.
AP math teacher? Oh my god. Well, we need those, so... but, wow, no. Why is there hair on my brush? Not that.
Is it your hair?
No, it's a cat hair. It's always a cat hair. Okay, so we take this.
I shed a lot.
Go on this side with it. On this side with it. I need another shade because I'm trying to have it. See how it looks a little worn on the top now? I'm trying to do that on all the sides because mimics shouldn't look brand new because brand new means there's no treasure in it, right? Just sitting there. So we want to give it a little bit more run down look.
Sorry, that was an overreaction.
KJ. And thank you for the bits. Also means well fed. Well, they don't know that because the idea is they don't know it's a mimic. So see how I've got it looking like that? That's the reason. I'm picking up some of the paint now to make it look a little bit more worn, like somebody has, been around a while. It's an old treasure. It's been sitting there. And I'm going to leave the red splatter for now because I might... Well, maybe I shouldn't, though. Because if you saw a chest covered with blood, you wouldn't go to that chest. No, I'll take that blood off.
I mean...
Well, if you're smart, you wouldn't go to that chest, Gloomy. Oh my god.
What if there was an enemy there and the blood got from the enemy onto that chest, but that... I mean, I would still go to it.
Still go to it. Gloomy would die to a mimic. Hands down, Gloomy would die to a mimic. A little bit more dark there.
Go spot, don't let me down.
Yeah. It's better. Get it in this crevice, into this crevice. There we go. So now he looks more like a rundown old chest. Hopefully it's coming through on the camera. Because I know it looks gray on the camera, but it's not. It's actually a very light tan. Means robbers killed each other over it. So Cal would die to a mimic. Okay, we're finding out how many people in the chat will die to a mimic. Is that still not
I'm not the
working?
only one.
I forgot to ask Corey why the commands aren't working anymore on ToastBot. I need to ask him about that, but I keep forgetting. Because not having the commands is sad. And I don't want to replace ToastBot because Tori made it. But we really need the commands to work. Wonder if he would give you access to it so you could putz around with it. But then again, I don't know if you understand bots.
So the only problem is that it's on his computer, so I would have to like remote in.
Oh yeah, he's never gonna do that. That computer's too sensitive. It runs too much. So we'd have to make a new bot, is what you're saying. You messaged him, but he didn't go back to it. Darn it. He didn't get back to you. Okay, he didn't answer you. I would use their corpse to feel said mimic, trade for treasure. Well, someone remind me to send him a message, see if he'll answer me about it. Because it's not doing mimics, it's not doing dad jokes, it's not doing any commands. It is doing the, join the Discord, which is helpful. Buy the merch. So, hey T. Glad you got as much information as you can. I gotta talk to Corey because ToastBot's not doing what it's supposed to do, which is not a T problem. That's not a Valora problem. That's a ToastBot problem. That one there I can't open a ticket for. I have to go, hey Corey, ToastBot being bad. So now we're gonna come in with the little teethies and they're gonna get their second color.
Yep. Knew it.
Dusty is slowly loving mimics, isn't she? Turn over decidedly so. Ignore. Okay, ignore the 8-ball. Just ignore the 8-ball.
But 8-ball tells the truth. Why would we ignore the truth?
Oh, my anniversary stream's coming up. We already did the mimic birthday, so we don't have to do a mimic anniversary stream. We could do something else for a theme. Really, guys.
Are you forgetting about the mimic plushie?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. The mimic. It's already a mimic. Oh my.
Yeah.
Maybe she won't have time to finish because she's been really busy with cons and stuff to do the crown.
Are you sure?
I haven't talked to Temjin in a while. She might have time now that her car broke down and she's got to get it fixed. I'm so sad that her car broke down on the way back from a show. Hopefully it's not an expensive fix. She said it was a transmission leak, but I'm not positive.
You know what, Dusty? I think I'm gonna buy a second one of these.
Second one of what?
The Mimic
Why?
that you're painting. Well, so this one could be the one that's not covered in blood, but then the second one is covered in blood.
The second one is covered in. Oh my god, no. I never
Yeah.
paint the same thing twice though, because it's boring. And they always come out completely different. So if you want this one covered in blood, I can cover it in blood. But I wasn't gonna cover it in blood. I was just gonna put because this looks like he's getting ready to attack. He wouldn't be covered in blood yet. So I'm trying to make him more wet looking, like he's got drool. It's kind of hard to do though. Torture you. Don't torture me. You don't have to torture me. It's celebrating 5 years of streaming. That's a celebration. That should be upbeat and, you know, happy and nice. Looks like he's belching. To me, it looks like someone just. To me, it looks like someone came around the corner and he's, you know, and tried to approach him and he's getting ready to chomp. He just hasn't chomped yet. Can't get over the amount of teeth on this model. Holy cow. There's a ton of teeth. Whoever designed this really went to town. And cat hair. Okay. Yeah, I was disappointed. Michaels has my favorite canvases, the art gallery fancy canvases that take the paint the best, on sale. Buy one, get two free. We go there. Somebody has already bought all of them. There is none of them. So, and when I asked my Michaels, are you getting more in stock? They're like, we do, but that same day, the person usually buys them all. Because it's buy one, get two free. So, my Michaels will never have the size canvas I need on sale for me, and I hate that. So, I had to get the lesser quality ones, but at least I have some canvas. But so if any of you guys got a Michaels and you're looking for a good deal, they've got the really nice artist canvases on sale for buy one get two free if you paint. They ordered Mimic Eats. No. Yeah, it looks like all the commands are dead on Toastbot. That's not good. Gotta message Corey. I know he's busy, but I kinda need those. Trying to get the underside without getting into the pink and the red and all the inside of the mouth. Might have to have plaque on a couple of the inner ones. I can't get the brush in there. You have one in. Oh. Well, you know, but you don't go there that often. Dusty's top streamer on yellow side. Ooh, thank you guys for helping get there. That's really sweet. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna ask you go to a place you don't go, TJ, to get the sale that's going on right now. That no, because you don't drive there. It's okay. I almost messaged Kat, going Kat, but no, I'm not gonna make anyone go to Michael's and buy me stuff. I've got the, I went and got the cheap 12 pack, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I know you don't have a car, but even before that, you didn't really drive there much. Oh, at the show, I met another school teacher, grade school teacher, and she flipped through Cloudy, and she bought it, saying that she's going to teach precept unit with it, which I told her there's a friend of mine that's got grade school teachers doing that where, you know, she is. And she's like, and then she saw the book sit next to it. She went, how old is this for? And I said, well, I had to explain how it's about an 11-year-old wanting to do what his sister's doing, you know, because she's 13 going through the adult trial. And she's like, my son is 11. I'm buying that for him too. I finally sold 2 books. It took forever, but I finally sold 2 books.
Yay.
I seem to only sell to teachers. It's kind of funny. There's a Michael's 5 miles from you. That's really nice and close. I wish mine was that close. Yeah, we drove 25 minutes to be told, nope, not in stock. And the online deal is not the same. Online, it's 60% off one. They don't have buy one get two free. It's in store only. So it's like, I hate it when stores have different stuff online, but I can understand why. They're trying to drive people to stores because the storefronts aren't doing as much business. But they didn't get any business from me because they didn't have what. Well, they did get it. I got the 12 pack cheap one, but as Lemon said, who took economics this year, Mom, you can't keep buying the fancy canvas because you're having to charge $20 less. So you're making nothing if you do that. So you better get the cheap canvases. If that's what people want to pay the cheap price, you got to get them cheap canvas. The quality of my painting will be the same, but I hate it because I want to use the good canvas. But it is what it is. I got spoiled. I bought the gallery canvases for the first time. They had a buy one get one free, so I bought two. And those were the best looking paintings. That's what Grace was on, and that's what the Otter was on. That is really nice. Everything within 5 miles. I have everything within 20 to 25 miles, except for one doctor. One doctor is 30 minutes away. So, but everything's within 20 minutes except for one doctor, so that's not too bad. And that one doctor isn't even for me, it's for Lemons, it's worth it. That guy has done amazing with treating and figuring out what was wrong and figuring out what the other doctors missed. And he did it in one meeting. It's an incredible doctor. Lemons has been doing better ever since. So I will drive to that doctor. Gladly. You don't know how in the US, but there's online stores, completely different entity, 99% of stock would cover, but still. Gotcha. So maybe it is a different entity, I don't know. So, but all I know is they don't have the same deal, because we tried that too. But I got a stack of 12 of the 4x6s in this paint, one that I don't want to use, but I will use, and they look just the same. As Rob put it, only I know the difference. Or other artists like me that are anal. And the difference is not that big. It's just a little bit. Just enough to make me want to go, I can do better. Need a little bit more light pink. I think it dried on me. Yeah, it did. Fix the tongue up a little bit.
That way you could rub it off some more.
No, not that part of the tongue. I'm working on the inside of the chest and the teeth, so that way I can focus outside. That means I gotta get a little bit, because on the raised part, not inside, but on the outside here, you would see, it would, the light would see it more. So I need a little bit more of the lighter color here. Because when you're looking at a mini, you gotta figure out where does the light hit it? What needs highlight? What needs, where would it not be? Where would it be a low light? Because remember, how many shades of color do you need to make it look realistic? Is it one, kids? Is it two?
No.
Is it 3? 4?
3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4. 5 if you're anal like me when you're doing fur and feathers, but yeah, 3 to 4. Depending on what the surface is. When we're talking skin textures and stuff like tongue, I'm up to what? I think I'm on my 4th color, adding the ink in.
Yeah.
So, but it all depends on how real do you want it to be. So, I gotta get the inside done. I'm not happy with it, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this in here. I want whatever you call these inside lines. Normally I can go, this is the part I'm painting. I don't know the parts of a mimic, so I'm just going to go, the inside lines need to be a little bit more detailed in my opinion. So I'm adding just a smidge more color. I want that to, you know, as you can see, I want you to see inside there. Muscle fibers. All right, the muscle. Think about the online store like McDonald's. Every country has its own thing, but some same menus everywhere. Well, yeah, that's how stores are here. But most of the stores that I shop at, the online and the store match up because it's the same corporation. So run into it with Michael's, I was not prepared for that because here usually it's all the same. At least the stores I shop at. But now I've learned Michael's is different.
Fair Michael's be different.
Okay. I was able to get canvas anyway, so we could paint. Because I need to get 3 paintings done. I'm thinking about for once not painting what is popular and knowing it will sell, and painting my favorite, my favorite duck. I can't remember what else my favorite falcon, and one of my favorite mammals. I am not going to speak Latin to you. I'm sorry. It's too early in the morning to speak Latin. I am not. That's what I want to do. I want to paint. I'm not sure about the horses. Horses scare me. They're my favorite. Totally my favorite. But I'm not sure about
What if
it.
we just do like a head neck shot?
That's why I was thinking about doing just the head next up. So, but I gotta see. But yeah, I want to start out with, I never paint my favorite things. It's gonna sound silly, but I'm worried I'll screw it up because I love it too much, or I'll be so OCD about it I'll never finish it because it's my favorite, so I know what it's supposed to look like. So,
Fair.
but I think it's time to paint for me for a little bit because I haven't been, and I want to have the joy back in painting instead of looking at it going, I gotta paint this to sell. I've got this Dr. Bill, I've got that Dr. Bill. I only have 3 shows left. If I don't make enough to cover future Dr. Bills, what I'm going to do is I have no shows past July, and that's terrifying me. With no place to sell, how do I sell it? I mean, what do I do? Just hold it up on stream, go, okay, this is for sale, guys. Who wants to buy it? That's abusing you guys. So I've got a problem, and I don't know how to fix it. Shows past July, so I gotta sell well, but at the same time I've gotta remember I paint this because this is a joy, not because it's work, and it's hard to do that. Like Lemon says, lemons can't wait to get a job so they never have to do a craft show again because they want the joy back. We're both feeling it. Having the back-to-back show was really hard. I'm glad Lemons didn't have to do that because it was great seeing all the people, but it takes a lot of you. Set up, listen. One thing I will say was interesting about the zoo that hasn't happened anyplace else. People were coming over and going, "Oh my god, this is art. This isn't AI. This is actual art. I wish I could afford art because you don't see real art anymore. Keep doing what you do."
I'm sure that was very motivating.
It was. I'm not talking 1 or 2. It was constant. The people that this is before they got inebriated, the ones that were waiting to get in because they let them in groups, and they would pull around us first. And I heard that a lot. Keep painting. Don't let AI win. This is real. It was interesting. That's the only thing you notice about most artists. They do it because they love it, not because they're trying to get money in their pocket. Yes, most, because there's some actually hate their craft, but they do it because it's sell. No, I love it, but right now I need the money because I don't know if you've noticed, my streaming income's down. I mean, look, well, how can you miss it? The bars are there. You guys can see. My streaming income has gone down considerably, so I need to pick it up someplace else. I can't hold a job. I can't get disability, so I paint. But when the shows run out, then what? I don't know. That's the worry. And Rob's going, and if you don't sell it and you just keep painting, one, how do we afford your supplies? And two, what are you going to do with those canvases that are just sitting there? Like, I don't know. Because we still have a stack of canvases back from when I wasn't any good that we don't know what to do with. They just sit in the closet. My early work. Because everyone has early work before they realize what their niche is and what they're good at.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful what I like is what my niche is. It's what I love. Unfortunately, it doesn't sell as well as the people that do modern art, or the people, what I've noticed at shows, the people that do only like animes and things like that. Painting actual animals doesn't sell as well. And poor Lemons is worse because she does original characters, and that sells even less because people don't recognize it. They don't buy it. They're not realizing that it's just a picture of something in her mind. It's not from anything. Oh, paint my favorite horse, then move on to the toy. That's an idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this last couple of shows, she's not, their art, which is gorgeous, is not selling because people pick it up and they're like, what show is this from? It's like, it's not from a show. That is a woman embracing a unicorn. You know, a middle-aged woman embracing a unicorn and finding joy in it. That's all it is. It's just a picture of a moment, and people look at it funny. And they don't pick it up because it's not from anything. It's like original OC characters sell worse than birds and mammals. And their art is stunning. So hopefully the next Pride event on Sunday, there'll be people that actually want original characters. Because Lemon's art, every single one of them expresses an emotion if you look at it. It's a moment of someone's life that they just hated. Close to giving up on art too, because it's like no one appreciates it. We can't afford the supplies. Like, yeah, I know, hon, I know. So they're looking to get a job so they can just do what they love and just never show it to anyone and not sell it. Give it a nice older look on the bands here. Nothing about him is gonna look new, if I can help it. So I'm just doing a little shine over the gray, not a lot. Give the metal bands a more aged look. I might even put a little bit of rust on it. I haven't decided. This side still has some red of that blood spatter you guys wanted from the ink. Ink's very hard to cover up until it dries, so you just let it be. The ink gives a really neat effect, so it adds to the depth and it gives a sheen if you're looking for that. And because it's I put it on all the tendons and parts of the mouth because there should be a slight sheen to it, so that's why the ink is in there. You guys are wondering why I did that. I don't use a lot of ink in my painting, but I do when it's something like that, because I want to give the idea that this is a wet, open maw getting ready to bite you, because it's evil and horrible, because it's a mimic. Go ahead. Working on solving thing.
It's not awful. You take that back.
Well, that's the problem. It's not awful. This is one of the most detailed minis I've seen in years, so it's actually a really fine example of an awful thing. How's that? Can I put it that way?
It's still not awful.
It kind of is, though, Gloomy. I mean, the whole Mimic's job is to eat you, or if you're an FTK2, eat your equipment. There's nothing worse than your equipment being eaten. And you got nothing left. And if it eats you, it's even worse. Then you're dead. So, yeah, no.
But then I wouldn't have any bills.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have a gloomy love bear, and we love the love bear.
Yeah, I guess that's fair too.
Oh yeah, rust monsters are bad too, but thankfully not one of the video games I play has put that in there. And no, if you're listening, Resolution Games or Iron Oak Games, we do not need rust monsters, okay? No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes.
No, we don't.
Yes.
No, we don't.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't think either one of them watch my streams of when it comes to paint streams. They might lurk on it if I'm playing their game, but they don't lurk any other time, so we should be safe.
Okay, so I will see you tonight at 6 p.m. where I will go ahead and, bring up rust monsters.
I'm not playing either one of their games tonight. And don't ask me what game I'm playing, because it all depends on what Toast Crew shows up. I hate Mondays not knowing what I'm doing.
Okay, then Tuesday.
Okay. You stay away from Tuesday stream. You're not on that stream.
I could be on that stream.
I know you could be. You could be backup in that. Because it could be backup. Someone could call in and then there's a gloomy.
Yeah.
There with heat metal. But yeah, no. What do you think so far? Is he looking gruesome?
He's
Scary.
looking pretty good.
There's a lot, Cal. There's a lot, I know. But I've just focused on mimics because every game I play except the story one seems to have a mimic in it lately. And no, that's not why I like the story so well.
I haven't gotten that far into the story, so there could be a mimic in that one.
We don't know. We haven't got far into it. I'm hoping not.
I will laugh so hard.
I will say it's one of the best stories we've run into since Chicken Police so far. Normally a story game, it takes a little, like Afterlove took a little while for us to get into it to see how, to really get excited about what's happening next. This one here hooked me from the get-go. And I know a lot of it's because the two main characters, I swear, were based on Gloomy and I. I really do. The stuff they say, the stuff they do, their attitudes, it's like... It's funny. Am I wrong?
No, you were not. It definitely is, it's us, and I'm so glad that, we got this, and...
Yeah, the dev that picked me definitely, got the right person for this. I'm gonna go to this story till the end. I'm gonna keep streaming it. I'm sad we probably don't have any clips of it, because I would love to show some clips and tell people about it, but I don't think anyone clipped that day. But definitely worth it. Giving a little bit of a highlight here, especially wherever there's a rivet.
Yeah, you highlight that.
Gotta highlight that. I'm tempted to ship it right back to you when it's done.
Then Rob would be very upset.
Why would Rob be upset?
Because that's the only thing that I got you.
Oh yeah, he said I have to keep it because it's the only gift you've ever given me, like because you can't keep the cake. Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
You gotta paint it and keep it because it's the only thing Gloomy's ever given you. I forgot about that. You're right. I do have to keep the damn thing.
Even though I got it for you to be able to sell it, because who doesn't like mimics?
Yeah, and it probably would sell too. But at the same time, it's the only thing you ever gave me, so.
Yeah.
You're not like Kat who randomly sends me presents once or twice a month. I love that she does that. Welcome. Oh, we got someone doing a follow? Hello, Cush Beaver. Welcome into the yellow side.
Welcome to the chaos. We like to have fun here.
I've been pushing, trying to get Valor up to 100 dust bunnies, but haven't got there yet.
We're really close.
I've been trying.
We got this.
Yeah, it's one step closer. Thank you, Kush. How are you this morning? I'm painting an evil mimic.
It's not evil. I promise.
Uh-huh.
Mimics are friends, not enemies.
Uh-huh.
I promise. I wouldn't do you dirty like that.
Practical tip for the 100th million time on the stream. If you can't open a jar, a paint can, whatever, because it's stuck, don't go get a man. You don't need one. You need a pipe wrench, because look how easy this is. And that's it. It's open.
Yay.
And they're dirt cheap. If you don't have a rubber pipe wrench in your house, something is wrong. You don't have to be disabled to need one. Doing it, just ready to start your schoolwork? Well, hopefully we can be entertaining, but not too entertaining, so you can do well on your schoolwork. School's important. We want you to do well. Get those big bucks with that big job and once you're done. Okay, looks like this thing has a big eye and then a bunch of little eyes. So we're just going to come in here with some purple. Might switch brushes though after it, because the little ones are really tiny. But we're going to do the big one first. And yeah, I know. Why purple eyes? Because I can. Okay, there we go. I got the paintbrush in my hand. I can do whatever I want. Come on, if you know Cinder was a mimic, you'd love him just the same. I'm so glad my cat is not a mimic. Thank you very much. Just a psychology class. It's easy stuff. Don't go back to your coding class until next month. All easy stuff is always good. Everyone needs a break. And with psychology class, maybe you can understand this chaos better. Probably not. It's us. Okay, I know. There you are. No, is that you? Yeah, my splurge. I go through 10-aughts and 20-aughts like they're candy. The smaller brushes curl so fast, but it's what you need to do these tiny, tiny little eyeballs. And to find a 20-aught or 20-0 is difficult. They're never seem to be in stock. Or they already have split hairs. You can't have that when you're doing what I'm doing. Am I doing this on camera? Okay, I'm on camera.
Yes.
I want to make sure.
I would have yelled at you.
You haven't every time I found I wasn't on camera.
I get sidetracked with the chat reading it, but of course I'm not reading it out loud. I really should be doing better with that.
You're supposed to be doing that if I'm focused. So if they say something, you're just to say they
Well,
said
every
something.
time I'm reading, you're right there reading it with me. You're just
right
reading
now
it
I'm
out
doing eyeballs, which is right about now is when TJ's gonna do a jump scare.
Is TJ even still here?
I don't know. I told her to go back to bed, but I don't know if she did. But usually if I'm doing an eyeball, she plays the worst possible thing. She wants to see me screw up, which is not funny. Okay, it's kind of fun. But then I have to repaint it, and then I get flustered.
Annoyed.
Fluster is the best word for that, because it's easy to fix, so don't say flustered long. Oh, geez.
There it is.
There she is. I see you. I knew it was coming. Glare. Cush Beaver laughs. Yeah. TJ did a blurb. So far, TJ hasn't gone over to Valora's side to do stuff, which is good, because that's even worse jump scares, because all the stuff I uploaded are allowed. I have not turned down the setting on it, so I don't want to miss it. But at the same time, that makes everything a jump scare.
Things that you never thought would be a jump scare.
Yeah. But it's better than missing, so. I buzz. You have no volts at them right now? Ah, that explains that one. So I'm safe on the volts, on the yellow side. This is good to know.
Yeah, you're safe until I get paid.
So today is a safe stream unless somebody else does it. My two worst trollers are broke. Oh, that's a nice purple. I didn't see the cat pile. Did it show up? Did I forget to put it? Did
Nope,
show?
it was there.
Okay. I just missed it. That's a drawing by Lemons. So, because Kush is new here, those two cats that are in that pile, which you can see on in the chat there, that is my cat Cinder and my cat Kevin. Every stream except this one has a cat cam. This one I'm in the cat cam, but if I turn myself a little bit, you can see over here, this is where cat cam is, and they can't tell they're not on duty. So they'll be here even though it's not, they can't be seen. They're very good co-hosts. They always show up when they're supposed to. And it didn't take
Even if
much work to train him to do that. Kevin's been doing it since he was a baby. All you had to do is pet them when you were sitting there, so they learned that this is a good place to be and close to mom, and they'll show up.
Goodness, we are already hitting the second hour. That's crazy.
We can't be. I'm not done yet. Okay, well, that's okay. We can go 3 hours. My hand's not hurting too bad today. There's one thing I can say. I am in pain after those 2 back-to-back art shows, but it's my feet and my calves and my lower back from standing on cement. Did I still do my 4 laps around the park and still have no idea how long that is? Yes, I did. Gotta keep the blood work better. One of these days we're gonna look at the park and how long what I do is, and then figure out what 4 laps is to find out if I'm doing enough or not.
Well, also Pokemon Go just reset.
Oh, well, I already walked today, so well maybe when I pick up Iron I can. What is it this week?
No, the challenge didn't reset.
Oh, the challenge
just,
didn't. Oh, can you put 16.1 in our private chat? That's the amount I walked this week, so I can tell the dietitian. Because she set me a goal of 15, and I got 16.1, so that's 16.1 kilometers for those of you who's wondering what we're talking about. The dietitian does everything in metric, so I have to do the metric.
Oh, I could do the math for you. $10 miles.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself because I didn't think I was going to get even the full 15 because of the events. But Rob and I made sure we did some walking to, keep me on track. The goal is good blood work and hopefully lose weight at the same time. But if not, at least the good blood work. So we'll find out. Tomorrow is draw day. Going at 7:15 in the morning, so that way I make sure I'm back in time for Tuesday the stream. So you don't worry about that. Usually I get results the next day, if not 2 days later.
For the week, I did 32 miles.
32 miles. That's so impressive. I wish I could do that.
Which was 74,000 steps.
Ah, that's what she wanted to know. Remind me about that on, I think this is the week where I'm meeting her on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I gotta double check that because she's going on vacation. So.
Yeah, Pokemon Go told me how many steps I did.
Cool, because she was asking about that because her husband's in a challenge at school for walking, and they think that one of the teachers is cheating. So they wanted to know how many steps, I forgot how many miles she told me to ask would be, but that'll be a help. So they can figure out. Can you imagine cheating on a something like that when it's just for fun? That just seems so wrong. But they were trying to police it because they don't want people cheating. After Thursday, you're on vacation too because Hubs is off next week. Yep. We have no TJ next week. So that means... Wait, is Dragon still on night shift? Oh no, she wouldn't. No, that ends this week. So we'll have an opening for Thursday Toast Crew. We'll just see if Lemon Kate wants to be bad and do it while she's at work. And normally she can't. She says it's her busy hours, though. The three of us can handle it. But no talking to TJ every morning. That's going to suck. Because it's time to get back to writing.
What's right?
Wolfie might. It all depends on if she's got job interviews and stuff or not. That's why she's been skipping so many of them. She's been trying to get a job instead, which is way more important.
And we also
we'll see.
had a Wolfie and a TJ showing up last week.
Yeah, that was neat. But hopefully Wolfie can show up, because it'd be nice. We haven't had Wolfie there in forever. But she needs to find a job. McDonald's letting her go was not nice.
How dare.
I know, right? And once you start teaching, no more TJ. Yeah, but you're a while from that. You haven't even finished college yet, so don't get so far ahead of yourself. You'll get there, though. And then we're going to miss TJ. I'm going to miss writing the most. Well, I already miss writing. We haven't written in forever. I miss writing with you. Keep hoping eventually you want to write again. Miss it. I know eventually you're going to get to the point where there won't be no more tales from Requethia, and that's going to be sad. No, hopefully while you're sick in bed, you get time to read. Hopefully whatever you're sick with isn't something serious. So around here, we've got a really nasty bug hitting the schools, and they're worried about graduation because of it. Usually this time of year, the bugs are gone, but it's not the case this year. At all.
What kind of bug is it? Like a stomach bug?
There's actually two that are going around. There's one that's respiratory, which it sounds like RSV to me, but they haven't said. They just said, watch out, there's a respiratory, and then there is an intestinal issue going around. And God forbid you get both at once. So I'm glad they keep us up to date with that. But I'm gonna be happy when Lemons is done with school. I'm gonna be sad because that's my baby's finally an adult. But at the same time, the amount of sicknesses kids bring home from school outweighs anything you bring home from work, unless you're a teacher, and then you're stuck with it. So I'm not gonna miss all the sicknesses. Can't tell you how many times they warning, there's a sickness going around school. The next day, oh God, do you have a fever? Oh, jeez. So that'll be nice.
My favorite thing is dealing with lice.
Oh God. That's something thankfully we don't seem to have outbreaks of in the school district. We had one when the kids were little, and that's all I remember. There hasn't been one since.
At the girls' old school, there was 3 of them? 3 different outbreaks? Crazy.
Yeah, those 2 are back because people are refusing to get the chickenpox shots and the measles. There's an outbreak of measles right here in the city next to us already because people aren't vaccinating their kids anymore. And the worst part about that is we don't vaccinate adults like we're supposed to. So most adults have no immunities to measles at all anymore because the shot's worn out and they don't tell you to get it again. So that's why we keep seeing measles outbreaks, because one kid gets it and it spreads to the adult population as well. And since we don't have a CDC like that anymore, they don't tell you about it. But because of the school and stuff, we know about it. That's why I got vaccinated again. Yeah, I had all my blood work done. For those of you that knew the stream, what was it, last year? The year before? TJ and I went and got our blood work tested to see if any of the childhood shots you get are still in our system. I
Mm.
had 0 left in my system. TJ also had to go through a regimen. She was also missing. So Raven went and checked, and a couple other people in the Discord checked, and from around age 25 and up, no immunities anymore. It's all gone. And that's when Gothic went, why don't you have adult boosters? We have adult boosters in Europe. Turns out all of us should have been boosted around 25 to 30, and they don't tell you. So military people, they don't have to worry about it. They get those shots, but the rest of us, they don't tell us to, which is why the measles outbreak's becoming bad. So yeah, here's a little, public service announcement. If you're over 25, get all your shots again. If you don't think you need it, get the blood work and just see. The doctor, it actually is covered even by the worst insurance, because doctors can say they're testing for something and they can look. And you're going to find no immunity, so you need to get your shots again, because all those shots, they run out. And Europe knows, so Europe does the adult booster, and then you get a booster. Basically, every 30 years, you need to get your shots. But we're not Europe, so we don't do it, and we need to. Because if we did, you know what wouldn't be happening right now? A measles outbreak, a chickenpox outbreak. It's that simple. But
I was just at the doctor's and they did not mention any of this.
They don't. It was funny because my doctor didn't even know about it. When I asked him, could I have my test? He said, why? I said, we have a bunch of people on our server testing things. So you know what he did? He went and got tested. The next time because I see him every 6 months, he went, guess who didn't have immunities is going through the whole regimen to get shots. So now he's telling all his patients, he's testing them and having them get their shots, because my doctor, I think he's around 40. He didn't know. And he also reached out to some of his colleagues that he knows over in India, and they're like, what do you mean you don't have your boosters? You got to get your boosters, man. It's like, he didn't know. They don't tell anyone. It's not covered in medical school or anything for some reason. So
it's crazy.
Because they basically, I think here it's assumed if the kids are vaccinated, the adults don't need to be, because it's already wiped out. But there's a lot of anti-vaxxers now, so there's a lot of people not getting their shots, and it's spreading because nobody has their shots, because nobody knows. So if you're wondering why adults are getting sick, we didn't get our boosters. And I'm going to warn you, the boosters are not fun. And there's one that you have to get done just like a baby 3 different times over a period of time. So you have to pay attention to when they tell you the time is to go back for them. But at the same time, you want to be protected from measles. That's got 3 other things in that shot alone to protect you. The major farm companies won't tell any things. They probably have people suffering, treating systems. Yeah, I know. But it's clearly a U.S. issue, because, even Rob got, when he came over, he only had to have, when he got, they test them to see, immigrants, to see if they need stuff. And he only had 1 shot he was missing, because he got boosted for everything else. And when he asked his brothers why he was missing one, he said that one was when they were moving and they missed an appointment, because his brothers, it's going to sound weird, but his brothers took care of a lot of that stuff, because there's a big age gap between the 2 of them. But otherwise, he wouldn't have needed it either. Yeah. I'm full of information. I'm 54 years old, full of all kinds of what I call useless facts that people say actually are useful. So follow me for more exciting news that you didn't want to know, but you really should.
Man, I'll like the information. I don't find it very useless.
It's sad you already went to your doctor, Gloomy, because yeah, it's something that I hate to say it, you're gonna need to get your immunity, especially when measles is getting prevalent. I forgot how many states they said it's in now. Yeah, and people my age never had some of the vaccines, period. That's the other thing you gotta look at. Those of us that were born in the 70s and 80s, there's vaccines that came out after we were babies, a long time after babies, that we never got, period. So, yeah, you definitely have to check into that just because of that. Yeah, TJ's got a good point there. So, go get your shots. It's not fun, but you're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting others around you. Alright, so we're getting close to done on this mini. It's kind of cool. I didn't think I'd finish one in one time, but we are getting close. Thinking about doing something a little bit different with the eyeball, though.
What do you think about doing differently?
I'm just going to answer by just showing something to the camera and see. This.
That
I'm going to take a little bit of Schmello. I think our measles shot sucked because I asked Dad and he found the records. I did have a measles shot as a kid, but I don't think but again, when I talk to Europeans, they usually get their boosters every 30 years for this stuff, so we just have to remember to do the same. What is playing? Oh, okay. Hope is a melody. Okay. One of the few songs when Corey sings that it doesn't sound like Corey, so it's not as familiar to me. For those of you that wonder, the music you're listening to is all by the creator of Valora.tv, Corey Legendray, and right now the song that's about to start is the official Dustiria theme song. So, yes, we have a theme song.
yes.
That's what they all say. Time will take its pace. Us, it's a journey we're finding, leaving the past behind. What's meant for us will be found, and what was
Peanut
never
butter shot?
we'll let it
I'm being
unwind.
quiet.
What? Do I have to Google this?
Google what?
The peanut butter shot. Or is it not?
I don't even know
or
what a peanut butter shop is.
Like the bacillin vaccination? Okay, I'm not
Gotcha,
familiar with
Lesna.
that.
I don't. So, what is a peanut butter shot?
Bacillin vaccination. It's a long-acting prescription antibiotic administered via dip intramuscular injection. Oh, okay. It's primarily used for syphilis during pregnancy. Yeah.
Because I know I had a shot that in my butt when I was pregnant, but it was not. It was for RH something or other. But no, I've never heard of bacillin vaccination, Cal. So.
Oh, it could also be used for other bacterial infections, used to treat strep throat and prevent rheumatic fever.
But growing up, we never went to the doctor for sickness. We couldn't afford it. My family never had medical insurance at all.
Thank you, Google, for that,
because I know the worst pain shot I ever had was actually in my butt when I was pregnant. I don't remember why I had to get it for the RH thing, but it was bad. That's the only shot. That's the shot I remember the most that was painful. But yeah, growing up, there's a lot of times Mom said we probably would have benefited from like penicillin and stuff, but they didn't have the money for that, so we drank a lot of concoctions that had garlic and honey and stuff mixed together. It was all homebrew because we couldn't afford to go to the doctor. We went to the doctor only for what was absolutely needed, and that was it. Which is why I've got scars that probably should have had stitches, but they never did. You're either positive or negative, and the father is either positive or negative, opposite of you. I gotcha. But I had a shot in my butt. That one was awful.
From the Blue Ridge Mountains to the Grand Canyon Wild, there's a beauty in this land that I can't hide. In the Smoky Mountains where the mist meets the sky, and the shores of Malibu where the seagulls fly. America with its hills and
But seeing 200-plus-pound football players in the fetal position crying for mommy in basic training, grabbing their glutes while I just walked by normally was amusing. That sounds amusing.
It does. Yeah, I was actually told that I would never get pregnant because of other reasons, and when I did get pregnant, they told me I would never probably carry the baby. So I proved them wrong twice. Yeah. It's just how I am, though. My body is not normal, so.
Because your blood cells are to attack the opposite blood type. Kale said, I was only 140 pounds at the time, LOL skinny with big head. I don't know why, but I just pictured a pit bull. Because they got the big head, and with some of them as puppies with like the tiny body.
Oh yeah, you're right, they do. They do.
Especially Bowser. Bowser had such a big head and such a tiny body. Oh, he was so cute. He's still cute, but you know what I mean.
Puppies and kitties are just adorable, and then they get bigger. They stay adorable, but it's just not the same adorable. Yeah, I know, I get it. Same thing with kids. I have a theory. The only reason why babies are cute is just because otherwise you would never want to keep them because of the amount of work that they are. No, TJ, when you have your kid, I'm not holding it.
Are you afraid to get the baby fever?
Oh god, no, I've never had to have baby fever. No, I don't like other people's kids. I don't like babies. They're too much work. I love mine, but that's different. That's mine. But I did my time. I don't have to do that again. Oh, that's drool, I think. So I'm looking at this model going, what the is this? I think it's drool. I think it's drool. Oh, I get it, TJ. I get it. I remember now, you just brought back the memory of why it happened. It happened because you refused to get tested. So we didn't know. Because my ex refused to go and find out if it was a problem or not. That's what it was. So I had to get the shot because we didn't know. And then when Iron was born, he was a different one. So we knew after that, when I got pregnant again, I had to have the shot. You know, I had to find out from the children, not from the father. Yeah, it's got drool. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do drool, because drool's kind of clear, but I can't do clear, so I'm thinking, how can I do this? I'm thinking. No, I know, TJ. You've told the story before. You have told the story before, I know. I used to not like needles, but then you get cancer and the stuff they have to do to you, everything becomes old hat. That's the easiest way I'm going to put that. Then you learn to have nothing bother you because everything's going to be poked, everything's going to burn, everything's going to hurt. But at the end, you're going to be better if everything works, so you just do it, if that makes sense. Okay, you've got drool. See you next stream, Lazda. Have a good day.
So the next stream is 6 p.m. tonight for us. And
That's a
Lawson's gonna be out
terrifying
roaming around.
statement. Used to play with the needle. Nobody should ever let a baby touch a needle. That's just, no. I'm sorry, TJ. What kind of doctor do you have? Baby shouldn't be touching any of that shit. That's what makes me upset, that statement. Play with a needle. That's plumb dangerous. Ah, that's what I'm gonna use.
You could still remove the cap.
Yeah. That's dangerous. That's... No. Doesn't... Caps come off. It's just... No. Mm-mm. Yeah, and you keep it away. That's called control your child. Don't let them near a needle. My God, no. I'm sorry. There's no way you're going to put a spin on this. I'm going to say this is a good thing, PJ. I'm sorry. Moving on. Different topic, because that one made me mad. We're going to try drool. Do I have time to try drool? Yeah, I got time to try.
Yeah, we have plenty of time for drool.
Okay. I've got an idea I want to try. But if this is drool down here, which is why it's got these crevices, we're gonna... Yeah, that actually... Ugh, that works. I hate that it works. I hate that that works. Why does it work? Dusty, what have you done? So, in case you're wondering what I found to do drool, I have white ink. So it's just see-through enough you can see everything underneath it, but it gives the effect, because I don't know how good the camera's picking this up. But yeah, now
Pretty good, actually.
it's drooling. You guys happy?
Very happy.
Ugh. So I'm gonna go around, give drool everywhere here. So there, there's some drool for you.
Yay! We like drool.
Need to give him a little bit of shine too. Because why not? I got it. I'm gonna tip the...
I like what you did with the eye too.
Oh, that? A little bit of fun there.
Yeah.
Want to put a little bit of pure white on the tips. I know, drool's just gross. Everything about mimics is gross. TJ's finally getting on the anti-mimic team. See? Drool, right there.
I don't know about that.
She said ew. She's sliding into the anti-mimic side. No, you just said ew, drool. Mimics are
Drool.
gross. They drool.
Drool is but
Almost every game you can see them. They're drooling.
they're just hungry.
They are hungry.
Their mouth is watering thinking about the food that they're about to eat, you know? Kind of like a sour candy.
God, no. No, we're not gonna go with that. No. Mm-mm.
You mean to tell me that as you're thinking about a sour candy, your mouth isn't watering thinking about it?
I've never experienced that mouth-watering thing, so no. And I don't know if that's because they had to cut my tongue loose, because I don't have... You know how they have the automatic reaction where they teach you about involuntary actions in school where you lift your tongue up and you wait for the drool, the spit to squirt out because it's involuntary? I can't do that. Because my tongue, my twin and I were born tongue-tied, and they didn't catch it till we were like 3 years old. And what that means is our tongues were stuck to the bottom of our mouths. So they had to go in and cut them loose so we could move our tongue and learn to talk. So we did a mumble garbage talk that we understood to each other, but nobody else understood. So mom finally went, "There's something wrong with my kids. They can't talk yet. They should have been talking a long time ago." And they went, "How did you not notice their tongues are stuck?" So, but yeah, exactly. They had to cut it loose. So when they did, it got rid of that. And I don't have the, when they tell you to, gather all the spit in your mouth to do like a spit test or something for DNA.
Mhm.
We tried to do that. I could not get enough spit. It's just, I think that cutting loose the tongue hurts some stuff, which is okay because I can talk, right? But there are some words and sounds that you'll hear me say wrong no matter how hard I try, and that's because my tongue doesn't move the way the rest of yours does because of it. So yeah, fun fact about Dusty, her tongue ain't right. Yeah, I don't think I ever mentioned that to you guys. No, I was born
No.
tongue-tied. My dad used to joke when we were kids and being bad and mouthy and stuff. Should have left you tongue-tied. It was better. It's like, we're just gonna give a little bit of the tips, a little bit of the white at the tips, and a little bit.
Reminds me of how mean I was to my youngest sister.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to tell her when she was a child that I liked it better when she couldn't talk.
Yep, same deal.
Yep.
That's the same way of saying that.
Now look at us. We hang out like every other week, and then we do double dates now. We're like inseparable. It's funny how that works.
I am so jealous of that. I was always pushed away, still am pushed away. But I don't need them. I got sisters like TJ. That's a bratty one. You know? I got sisters like Gloomy that are the wild one. I got sisters like Cat that keep me stable, I made my own sisters. Got Raven, who's always been there through every step of the way. Okay, fine. Who's behind me now? TJ,
Me.
you're not behind me. Actually, you're all behind me. Y'all watch your back. Then I got brothers out there. Like, I got Kel just sitting right there for how many years now? I don't even want to think about it. I don't need the ones that don't want to talk to me. I made my own found family and it's better.
20+ years.
Him and Raven. I think Raven's longer. Yeah, no, I know for a fact. Raven for a fact is longer. Because Shay's 21. Yeah. Because we knew each other before we both had children. Aw. Thanks, guys. So, I am blessed that my streaming community and my found family are the same. So I've got people from all years of my lives in there. So.
And all walks of life too, because we're all different.
Oh my goodness, I've got so many different types of people in my found family, and that makes me so happy. So I get to hear what it's like for the professional side of things, the cybersecurity kind of things, the military kinds of things, other countries, how their lives and food stuff is different. That reminds me, I gotta tell Wolfie one of her favorite fast food joints. They've got the sauce over here now. I saw an ad about that. The best part of living in Buffalo is meeting you, and you mean that? Aww. You are definitely on the list of people that I am so forever grateful that stayed with me even though I stopped playing the game that we met at. You don't have to stop writing. It's called You Write, Then I Read and Write, then you read what I wrote, then write. I don't do as well with that because I like to find out what you were thinking when you write stuff, because some of the times what you write doesn't make sense. I really need you there, TJ. So, well, no, I know you stopped too. I think you stopped before I stopped, actually. But yeah, we don't need to go into why we stopped, but yeah. Because I went from I went from, this is how my life's gone. I went from, started LARPing back in 1992. I started with uh, A- Arrow, and then it became IFRA, and then I went to Midland, and then I found Dagger Battle Games, which was not LARP, it was football with sticks. And then I went from that to live steel fighting, created my own group and everything, and then I got poached by the Green Mountain Boars to do it paid and to be part of the USA team. And then I, my spy started disintegrating and my hand and cancer stuff got worse. So now I stream. Yeah, it's football with sticks without a helmet, which is the dumb part of that. That's why I've got brain damage. I actually got less injuries when I started live steel fighting because proper protection makes all the difference. I can't, when I look back at what I used to do in Daggy here, I'm surprised I survived some of the stuff I pulled. I am very glad I switched to live steel fighting, much safer. I never left an event hurt doing live steel fighting.
I am a child. I was laughing when you said protection.
Speaking of protection, that was the weirdest thing about this event. The Wine in the Wilderness event, okay? You go and you try samples and you buy from vendors. It's all supposed to be, right? The first thing they do when they come over to your table to make sure you're all set up, ready to go, and ask if you need anything, they go to each end, because we had 2 tables, of the table, and they put a stack of boxes. I'm like, what's that? They're like condoms. I'm like, what? These thin boxes, each one had an animal on it and a pun. Some were in Spanish, some were in English, were put on every vendor's tables on each end, and we were supposed to encourage them to take the free condoms with them. No reason, just that, and they left. So we had to, with every sale and stuff, go, and don't forget to take your free complimentary condom. It was so weird. But, yeah, it was just so weird. I saw a lot, Cal. We don't want to go into the bad. But yeah, so I had to hand out condoms because Rob refused to. He was like, "No, you're gonna do that." I'm proud of us though. We had a big stack. By the end, we only had 5 left that we had to return back to the zoo that weren't taken. But yeah, condoms.
See, I would expect that at Pride. I would not expect that at a wine tasting.
I'm like, what do you expect to happen at this event? They didn't say. They just went, just hand them out. It's like, okay. So
or
yeah.
is it because of Pride Month, and they were like, you know what? Why not?
I don't know. All I know is that the customers would go, "Why do you guys all have this anyway? What kind of event is this?" Like, don't know. My first one. But yeah, no, we were encouraged to hand those out. And I will say they were cute because they had, I wish I had kept one just to show you guys the puns. Because each one had a pun related to the animal on it. So they were really creative packaging. But yeah, no, that was something that happened.
Did you see one with the sloth?
No, I didn't see a sloth. The ones on our table, we had polar bears, we had wolves. I think we had a gazelle or a deer of some kind. I didn't look through all of them. There's a stack there. I saw what was on top, and I didn't touch them. I just would point and go, and those are free. Feel free to take one. I know a lot of people we came over that took them were laughing, going, "I'm taking these as gag gifts for my friends," because they were long and they kind of look like candy bars. The fancy. You know how fancy candy bars are thicker? They look like a candy bar package. So they think that, they're going to be fooling people. So, yeah, that's most of the people that took the condoms was for pranks or put them in stockings and just, yeah. And I'm like, hey, you take them. They're free. I don't want to know what you're doing with it. So, but yeah, no, that was the only weird thing about the event. But I guess it's good because everyone should be safe. And
Yeah.
they were drinking alcohol, so I guess that's probably why, but
Although,
you never know if someone hooked up at this event with somebody else because they were drinking.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
So that might be why. Watching Big Zula's shield bash a poor fighter not even half his size, watching him fly into his shield wall and knocking out 3 shields was epic. See, that's not epic for me. That poor fighter, that's exactly how I got my brain damage. Nobody should bash someone that's half their size and watch them go flying. They might have knocked out 3 shields, but that's pain and dangerous. Well, you lucked out on that one, because when I got shield bashed, I didn't laugh, but I landed on my head. I flew through the air and landed on my head. I don't remember it. But no, that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff that would make Dagger dangerous. At the time, it's fun, but when you look back on it, it's like, why did we do this stuff? No wonder people got hurt. There was so many injuries. It was, I had fun. I miss fighting. Boy, do I miss fighting. Being in armies of 2,000, leading 700 people on the battlefield, that's amazing. But at the same time, the stuff, it was so dangerous. So, the adrenaline rush, I think, is what got us. We all were having so much fun with the rush, not thinking about how bad it could be until here I am, not able to do math later for something that a helmet would have protected me for. But helmets aren't mandatory. So, most of the injuries that happened in my chapter, we didn't have those weapons. It was all shield bashes. At Ragnarok, yeah, the big weapons. But locally, nobody had those. I'm trying to figure out if there's more to do on this guy or not. Actually, I want to do a little bit more on the eyeball. Do I have orange out? Ooh.
I don't know.
Do I have to blow in the dark orange out? I could. Let's do that. So, that's why I'm so glad I discovered Lifesteal, and then from Lifesteal, the tournament fighting, I switched over to Hema, and Hema, yeah, can be dangerous, don't get me wrong, but it was still safer than Dagger. Oh, I can't tell you how many weapons I found on the field, knew they were failing, and brought them right over to a marshal. I lost count of that one. That happened a lot, especially arrows and stuff. But that's how we had police. That there's thousands of people. You had to police them as you went. But yeah, I think I miss Hema fighting the most, because that was just because. You had to have skill. That you can't just flail around blindly like you do at Daggy here. That training was awesome. And because I already had the skill, because I trained and did the tournament fighting, it was really easy to slip into the Hema fighting. Yeah, I got that a number of times too at events, Cal. That's what I mean. It's dangerous. I am sitting right, kind of. Yeah, I was sitting crisscross applesauce. So now my legs are down. Mean. Hey, Wolfie, do I have you tonight? Or are you busy tonight? She answer that? I can't.
I should be free.
Okay. So, Wolfie, if Lavish is here, Baldur's Gate 3. If Lavish isn't here, Slay the Spire, probably. If that's okay. Slay the Spire 2. Gotta specify 2. Since we're doing Sunderfolk with, on Dusty After Dark right now. Unless you don't, you do have Slay the Spire 3, right?
2?
Or 2. Sorry, Slay the Spire 2. Gotta make sure she has it first. I can't say we're doing it if she doesn't have it. I won't do that to a person. I'd be wrong. Back in with the black a little bit on the pupils.
Do 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 do
Take
do
it she hasn't
do.
answered yet.
Not yet.
I'd like to have the game set up early enough.
Or Thursday 2 is
No,
what TJ
Thursday 2 p.m. is For the King 2. Thursday night, if Nate doesn't show, we've been doing Thunderfolk. I don't remember things, Wolfie. Brain damage. So I'm gonna set up for Baldur's Gate 3, and then if Lavish says he can't be here, we'll switch to Slay the Spire. There. Monday's less of a up in the air. There's only 2 games it could be.
Yeah.
So. Oh,
That
you're
part.
asking Wolfie. Wolfie, are you? Can you play on Thursday? TJ wants to know because TJ's not there Thursday, this week or next week, right? That's what she said.
I think next week. I think.
Where on earth did the black go? I just had black. Okay, there it is. I was about to blame you, Wolfie, for stealing paint again. Yeah.
I have to help the
Yeah.
computer this week, so.
Lavish, unfortunately, usually doesn't tell me till 5 o'clock, and that's not enough time for you to download, because he's got to come home from work. So I usually don't know till an hour before, because he comes home from work around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then we find out how he's feeling. So I can't let you know. And I don't know if Lavish had... Are you friends with Lavish on Steam? Can you see if he has Slay the Spire 3? As I don't think he does. So we have to do Baldur's Gate. Or sorry, Slay the Spire 2. Can you take a peek at his stuff? Because I don't think he does. So we have to... So... I know Baldur's Gate takes longer than an hour sometimes to download. So we got a problem. Oh, thank you guys for keeping me top streamer on Yellow Side. That's very sweet of you guys. That's amazing. And then I'm gonna
Yellow's watching Yellow Side like a hawk.
You also have no clue how well Baldur's Gate 3... Oh yeah, because you're a new PC. You got a good point. Well, Wolfie, are you friends with Lavish? Can you check to see if he even has the other game? Because if he doesn't have that game, at Baldur's Gate 3 you think is not a good thing. I'm okay with that because I'm having a hard time running on my PC too. But we need a game that all 4 of us have. And if it has to be Thunderfolk, it can be. But I don't think he has that either. I don't think he's got either one. So we got to see what he's got in his inventory. I think he's got Slay the Spire 3 though. Because if he does, we could just say we're not doing Baldur's Gate 3. It's too hard on PCs. And switch to that. But I need to know, does he have the game? Because if he's got Slay the Spire, we'll just say that, and we'll just say to hell with Baldur's Gate. It's causing too many issues. Because I know my PC is having a horrible time with it. What I did is I added orange glow in the dark. I'm just putting yellow around the outside of that to give it a little bit more of a highlight. Just a little bit on the main eye. The back eyes, the orange, the eyes are just too small. I don't think it'll show. But I'm doing a little bit of yellow on them so you can see them. They're very tiny eyeballs. Look at the size of these eyeballs.
They are very tiny.
Very tiny, but they're there. So I'm going to make sure that they have the yellow and the black pupil, just like the big guy. So, can't remember if he's got it, because if he's got it, I'll just set up the overlay and everything for Slay the Spire, and we'll just do that.
Mm-hmm.
And just knowing ahead of time what I'm streaming is the way I want to do it. Same thing happens on, Thursday nights. But at least Thursday nights, I know it's between 2 games. It's either Divinity or it's or Sutterfolk. Depending on if Dragon and they are there or not. As we all know, I'm going to show up.
Are you gonna show up?
I'm going to show up. Pretty certain I'm going to show up. If I don't show up to a stream, something's gone really wrong. I have a schedule and I stick to it like it's glue. Which is why when I'm a minute late, Wolfie always points it out. How much does Slay the Spire 3 cost if he doesn't have it?
2. And Lavish
2.
does have it.
Oh, Lavish does have it? Yay! Okay, so we're just gonna remind me to send a message to Lavish going tonight. We're just going Baldur's Gate 3 is too hard on Wolfie's new PC and mine. We're just gonna assume it, and we're just gonna do Slay the Spire 2 because it's Wolfie's here. So Wolfie, Slay the Spire 2. Forget Baldur's Gate 3. That'll be easier on my PC too, as my PC is having a hard time handling stuff. Because, you know, we all know what the CPU is dying. So we know what game's gonna be playing. Wait, we gather to remember Gloomy Love Bear who died doing what they love, grabbing loot without checking first. They were tragically not faster than a mimic. They were however exactly as crunchy as toast. Wait, how did that start working? I thought it was bad.
I messaged Corey asking him to take a look, and he goes, I just woke up, restarted it, should be working.
Yay.
So
And now
I just
you-
messaged him going, I love you.
So now, guys, for those of you that have been enjoying the music, exclamation point music will get you the information to get you to Corey, and you should listen. You know why? New single is dropping on Monday. Yes, not only does he create Valora.tv, he does albums. Last year he did like 6. Then he got the idea to do Valora, and well, he's only doing 1 so far this year, but that's way more than anybody that's making a whole streaming platform should be even doing. So, in my opinion, he's overextending. But he's happy. He's happy. That's all that matters. I'm keeping a lot of the red on the front. He's got gingivitis on this side. I don't think mimics brush their teeth.
No, I mean, lack of hands.
Yeah.
Partly the reason.
You know, I think they don't. I'm gonna go with that. That means our dad jokes are back too. Yes. Oh, you figured out the dumb TV? I'm happy because you needed that TV was giving you issues. If you're struggling to think of what to get someone for Christmas, get them a fridge and watch their face light up when they open it. Okay, that's a good... I have not heard that one. That's a good one. Oh, I'm so glad Corey programmed this. Yeah, Corey's also behind Toastbot. Basically, a lot of what I do for stream, I couldn't do without that wonderful man. So.
Dusty, you forgot my 8 balls. Or were you avoiding them on purpose?
I don't have an 8 ball on Valora. It's not. No, I don't have one.
No, you do.
No, I'm pretty certain I don't.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Because I said, does Dusty love mimics? And it said, you turn over the magic 8 ball, and it says it is decidedly so.
It lied.
And then I said, does Dusty love toasty mimics? And it says you turn over the magic 8 ball, and it says without a doubt.
Lies. Lies. I'm gonna stick to the dad jokes. It's better.
So you were avoiding them on purpose. I see you.
Oh, but anyway, let's take a look at this mimic. See if there's any parts that I did not miss. Because at this point, I think we might have a mimic. So let's look at the mouth. I'm not seeing anything in there that's missing. We look at the teeth. The drool's in place. Hinges look good. Extra spikes look good. Got the distressing on the top of the chest. He's got 4 eyeballs. The bottom's got a problem. I touched that with a color that's not supposed to be there. So let's fix the bottom. Dusty can buy that. I want it. Oh, you want to buy the Mimic. This is the only thing that Gloomy's ever given me. If I give it up, then I'll have nothing from Gloomy. This is my first present. Besides, you couldn't afford it. Miniatures like this with this kind of detail, they sell for quite a pretty penny. Gloomer sends okay, yeah, okay. If Gloomy sends me something I like and you can actually afford to buy, because the amount of detail I put into this for 3 hours, this guy is not a cheap little mini. But yeah, Gloomy has to send me something I like, or I have to keep this forever, because now I can look at this and remember Gloomy and remember all the wonderful chat we've had, because I was painted right here on stream. And for those of you that are watching the VOD later, I hope you enjoy it. But this is that's how you paint a Mimic.
Off camera.
Off camera. Oh my god. There. That's how you paint a Mimic. You think he'll be what, 150? I don't know. I haven't looked at the going price of Mimics. Cal, how much do they cost? Need a bloody hand reaching out from behind the tongue. I don't think Mimics have hands. I really don't. At least I hope not. I've never seen one with a hand. This kind of Mimic. I mean, there's other kinds of Mimics, obviously, but most of the time they don't. It's like there's a Toast Mimic right there that you can't see because that's not anniversary stream yet, but it's right there. It's right next to Sprigatito. Oh, from the creature just ate. If I still had, once upon a time, I had a room full of minis because, you know, I got paid to paint minis. I got that was part of my job at the two gaming stores actually, and I would have all kinds of. I had drawers with bits that were left over from other models. Yeah, I would probably cut something and stick a foot out of it more than a hand. I think I would do a foot, but I don't have any of that anymore. The only minis I have are the few that I have purchased to paint. I actually have a few minis to paint on stream, so we can start doing, like every 2 streams be a D&D mini until we get caught up on the amount of canvases I need. So yeah, I've got some minis. I don't think I've even showed Gloomy what we have to paint, but I have them sitting somewhere. I think they're on the living room table behind me. How much would I charge per hour? See, I don't know. It's numbers. I can't do numbers. But yeah. But this is him in all his glory. I'm hoping the camera's picking up the detail correctly so you guys can see I'll go closer. Here we go. There's his tongue, his mouth. Flip him. There's his side. And then we'll flip him this way. There he is. For that, you say between 30 and 50. There you go. So there. So I like your 150 you were charging there that you would pay me for it, TJ. But Kel says probably around 30 to 50. 150 gets the. Oh, I see what you're saying. $50 an hour. Oh, so it would be 150. I can't do that. See, even the bottom's done. But look at those eyeballs. Look at the eyeballs. Can you see them? Oop, too close. Oh, the camera's actually doing it, so you can actually see in there. Look in there. Look at that tongue. Go this way. Look at the drool underneath the teeth. What do you think?
I am loving him.
Did I
see
miss
what you
it?
mean.
Did you saw what you mean for what?
I see what you mean with the gingivitis.
Yeah, I gave him a little gingivitis down there and a little bit of blood drip because you asked for it on both sides. Because that's where the blood drip would be. So he's got a little bit of blood, a little bit of drool, but it's not only a little bit on the outside here because, you know, mostly it would be on the front of the Mimic. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there you go. He's a $150 Mimic. But he's mine because I've never gotten a gift from Gloomy, so ha. We still have 10 minutes. Should I show some of the future projects? If I can find them?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I don't know if Rob put them away.
If they're not close by, then...
They were sitting right here, but I just realized everything that... Rob moved a bunch of stuff because we're trying to get that AC in that didn't come in. I've got one box. There's only 2 boxes. There should be 3 boxes, but one hasn't shown up yet. It was back ordered, which I didn't know. Looks like I only got the 1 box. Wait, is that the other box? Yeah, it is. Okay, I've got the boxes. Oh, it's 3 boxes now. There's another one coming. All right, you guys ready for future hints of what we're going to be working on? Should we play What's in the Box? What's in the box? Okay, box number 1. I'll hold it up here. I'm going to be painting Fluff. Okay, no. Ready for this guy? Put him in the painting cam. Meet the mole. Any fun? So I'm going to be painting a mole. Put him back in the box. And I love that they're protected so nicely like this. Okay, so there's the mole. Then we're going to go...
the one that I got, though.
No, you know what gingivitis is. Okay, and inside this one... I don't know if you can see him through the plastic, but we have a frog... He's upside down. We have a frog mage. That we'll be painting. Yeah, I decided not to go with the normal, okay, this is a fighter, this stuff. I decided if I'm going to do this, I'm going to paint minis that I'm interested in and sell. And yes, these are all for sale when they're done. Just like the dwarf druid that I painted, that's for sale right now. And then this is my favorite one. I am going to paint an adventuring party. You guys ready for this adventuring party? Let me see if I can get it under the camera right. So here's your fighter. You might notice it's a cat. Oh look, here's your wizard. And it's also a cat.
Ooh.
Here's your thief. It's also a cat. Here's your necromancer. You gotta take one of those along with you. That's a cat. Oh wait, did you need a cat that was a berserker? There you go. Or how about your cleric cat? Can you snooze the ads? I can't.
Yes, I can. I was gonna ask about them, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, we can raid Al, sure. And then we have okay, I think this is the wizard. The other one was the sorcerer, because we got both mage types. And then the last one right here is this guy who's a paladin. So if you ever wanted an entire adventuring party that's just cats, it's coming soon. I couldn't resist them. I can't remember what the last thing that's coming is, but there's one more mini coming. But yeah, so I had to. So future streams are going to be cats, a frog, and a mole. I wanted to get something that's different.
I like the choices that you got, though.
So. And then there's this mimic here that's sitting on my desk that I didn't get.
No, that one just kind of came.
And I do still want to finish painting this guy. Even though I can't sell him because he's missing an ear. But I really do want to finish him. I was going to work on him today, but the mimic took the full 3 hours. I'm still surprised I finished it in one go. I haven't done that in a long time, which means my what do you call it? Muscle memory? Not muscle memory, but the ability to paint minis is coming back. Because at one time, before my hand all was crappy, I used to charge a $30 1 hour. You can sit and watch. I'll paint your entire mini. And I guarantee you'll have, if it's a human, you'll have pupils and whites around the eyes. And people would just chop down 30 in a mini going, I gotta see this go. And I would paint, and they'd have a mini by the end of the hour. Grant you give me a little bit longer, like 3 hours, I can do a hell of a lot better, but still, people would do it, and that would be how I would buy most of... I never had to pay for any of my hobbies back then, because I would just go, yeah, speed paint time, who wants it? And of course I did classes. So... because my ex didn't really want to give me, but that $30 was back in the 90s, Cal. now we're in the late 2000s. I think it's more than 30 now because that's what I charged back then and people would do it. So there's something to think about. But yeah, no,
Also, you just said that it didn't have nearly as much detail as you just put in.
that's because an hour I can't do that. An hour it's detailed, but it's not gonna be 5-color detail. It's gonna be 2-color detail. And this one here, well, I don't know how to put it because the year 2000 was 26 years ago, so I can't. What are you gonna call it? You can't say, the 2000s because we're a long time. Oh, Lemon Cade's here and I'm getting ready to figure out who to raid. Mid 2000s? Fine. We're in the mid 2000s because the gaming store I painted and worked at, the first one was in the early 90s, which was Hive Minds. And Hive Minds sold to Lance and to Tom, and they ran it until I moved here. The year I moved here is when they closed, which is 2002. So from the early 90s through 2002, that's what the rate I got. But now we're 26,000. We're 26 years later. Or 24 years later, so. But yeah.
We need more art streamers on Yellow Side.
Yeah, it's very rare to find an art streamer on Yellow Side. We're in the
You
mid
hear that? If
2020s.
you do art,
okay, so mid.
come to the other.
Yeah, if you do art, Yellow Side's here. So, but I hope you guys like this guy. I'll get him sealed and put aside. I think I'm trying to figure out. No, he didn't come with a base because I would have been handed it. So he just sits. He just sits.
Yeah.
I tilt him this way. He sits that way. I like you can actually see the detail. Oh, Lemon wasn't here. Look, Lemon Kate, I finished it. Look, I finished the awful thing. Which, I can't say it's awful because the detail on this thing is so good. But see? That's what you missed. You missed this guy. But I'm glad you like it. So I do have minis, so I can paint minis. It's probably going to be more so not this month because I have a show this weekend. I have my first art festival, which is my first 2-day show the weekend after that. And then the weekend after that is Lemon's graduation and then the Discord meetup at the New York Fairy Fest. There's 2 Discord meetups this year. New York Fairy Fest if you're in this area. And the other one is Pennsylvania Ren Fest, which will be in August. So, and then July I have one event. So if I don't need to paint for the July event, we'll start doing D&D minis and then canvas, because we're afraid that if I paint canvases every week, I'll get a stack of them with no place to go. Because after
We're
July, I got no
Cave.
place to sell them, and it'll just sit here. So we haven't figured out what to do when that happens. But anyway, I'm gonna put the glow in the dark paint away. And then I'm gonna get the 2 brushes that I painted with, not in the water, next to me. So as soon as we're done, we can actually maybe clean those for a change. So yeah, exactly. Lemon Cake can't go to PA or to there. I have to do a Discord meetup, and tonight's stream you'll get to see. I forgot to say I've got this top that we got at the thrift store for $3. That you'll get to see the rest of it. It's really interesting top. I'm loving this thing. It's comfy with this heat. It's already getting warm in here. So, but anyway, it is time to raid. So,
Yep.
Who do we find on yellow?
My name's
You've been being
I gotta
boozled.
do a bees boozled, and then we can worry about raiding. Corey came in late.
You've been being
Bye,
boozled.
Lemon Cake.
Thank you,
Don't
Corey.
stay for the raid. I gotta do this first. We got 2 beans. There's 2 beans. Thank you for fixing Toastbot, because without the fun stuff, I can't say, hey, this is Corey's music. Listen to him. Okay. There's our 2 beans. Oh, Corey, this is what I was painting. I painted this guy. What do you think? Okay. Just lemon meringue pie and orange creamsicle. Thank you for the good one. Yeah, that's what I told Gloomy. She sent me a really... I hate it. but I like it at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But anyway, we're going to raid who on yellow?
My name's T.
Oh, my name's T. Okay. And we're going to raid Witch Among the Flowers on purple side. Who's probably doing more art for the next show that they have to do. Say hi to both of them, because they're both, one's a real life friend and one is a new member of the found family. Until then, try not to pine away. You'll have more Dusty time, I promise, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing Slay the Spire 3. So look for your glimmers. They're everywhere. I promise. Life is not as bad as you think it is. There's always something good. You just have to look for it. Bye, everyone. Go ahead and send yellow.
Yep.
And there goes purple side. Then we're going to stop streaming.